Did you guys see the explosion? That was amazing!
I was a part of both of them!
I heard it.
Never in my life will I ever see anything as cool as that.
You wait till we go to the North Pole.
Are there big explosions? I can't wait.
Welcome along to Miltern! Where we are pirating, as per usual. I have a bunch of rather recalcitrant D&D players who don't like to behave themselves, playing in the perfect world for them, where they don't have to. My green screen is being absolutely shite, so I apologise for the weird green movements around, like, fuck it, we don't care. We've got the pirate shirt on, I brought myself to the captain's quarters, and more importantly, we resume upon the ship, where, Deacon, you have just come to consciousness. Having been rescued from the other boat, you see the light of a beacon in front of you, and you are confronted by a water genasi, Mon Varric, who hands you a pearl on a necklace. Says,
oh, I'm not falling for that one.
And says, this was key in your saving, Cap, and, well, Robillard created it for you. And so it should be yours.
I reach out and accept the pearl necklace.
Okay, welcome to Deacon's mobile beacon. This has a 300-foot cone of cone sphere of incredibly bright light upon activation. I haven't quite decided the activation word, so I thought I'd leave that to you.
I'll come up with something later.
He also turns to you and says, I have got something else for you. Although the use of it, I am not so sure. Please roll me a D100.
Oh no. 79.
79, eh?
So close.
You get one fiery ring. If a container or food or liquid is held in the hand bearing this ring, it will slowly heat up. Within a minute, it will be boiling, but the container will still be safe to hold.
Excellent.
It's actually not particularly unuseful. You can boil sea dragon in it. And then
I can shake people's hands and give them a spicy handshake.
And then at this
Assert
moment,
my dominance.
Chop Chop sort of wanders in. Hey, Cap. The lion dude. He jumped off the ship trying to save me.
Oh, well, go save him? Like, what?
I can't. We left him behind.
You did what?
Well, the ship was moving. There was a tidal wave. It pushed us. He jumped into the tidal wave. The tidal wave pushed the ship.
So you left the crewmate behind?
Yeah,
we tried not to.
He tied himself to a rope.
He tied himself to a rope?
He tied himself to the mast with a rope.
Oh, yeah.
Well, nobody told me that.
Well, I'm telling you now.
Oh, no, I knew that. Just Chop Chop didn't have a clue. Well, Cap, yeah. Alright, I'll go see to that rope. I'll go see to that rope. At this point, he starts hauling in the rope from the mast. A couple of the dwarves help him. And bedraggled, unconscious, severely bruised, Kraktos is laid down upon the ship. At this point,
I will begin immediately assessing him and trying to bring him to consciousness.
Well, one of the dwarves has conveniently decided he's got the recovery method, and Dory will jump and sit down upon his chest at maximum power. As he thumps his buttocks upon your chest, Kraktos, you cough up approximately 3.5 litres of water. At which point, you can come back at 1 HP. And the whole lot of you look pretty fucking bedraggled, if I'm honest. But alas, the ship is drifting into the harbour of Javasta, where they were pushed back towards after your fight. Only a day has passed since Deacon went missing.
Are we taking a long rest on our ship?
You can take a long rest wherever the fuck you like. It's 9:30 in the evening. You can wait on the ship, or you can wander into town in the bedraggled state that you are and sleep there. I really don't mind. But a long rest may be well advised.
I'm in no condition to be going and doing anything. I'm gonna fucking get down in my quarters and sleep.
Yeah, Savakri's just knocked the fuck out. She's conscious, but she hasn't woken up yet because tired.
Oh, as the rest of the ship decides to take a bit of a nap, and evening sets, Deacon, you're able to sort of wander around and make sure everything's all right. You check in on Fori, the dwarf that rescued Savakri by firing himself out of cannon. Who's feeling very proud of himself right now. You check in on Robillard, who explains that your pearl was a little late, and he apologizes and says, you know, in future, should you ever go missing and act this pearl, and well, we won't be able to miss you. But the light you had on the ship was pretty good. This was the daylight that you'd used. You were swinging around in one hand. Well, I don't know what you were doing with the other hand.
Oh, my,
and then
my flashlight beacon.
Going on. Yes, flashlight beacon, I think, is what we were going with. You check in on everybody else. You check in on your sea dragon turtle. Sea turtle, dragon, turtle, dragon, dragon, turtle. I can't remember which way around it was.
Toby. His name is Toby.
And you see that the new fish tank, well, aquarium, has been put into your room. There is now a 4-foot wide, 9-foot tall, 3-foot deep aquarium operating as a door in your room. And he looks pretty happy. Did we name him?
I impulsively called him Toby right now, but I'm trying to remember if we had an actual proper
I
name.
wondered if you called him Edgar or something. I mean, I'm sure there was a name involved. But what his name was, I have no idea. I certainly didn't have a note version of it.
Yeah, that is an excellent question.
Yeah, but as the rest of you get your long rest, and Deacon realizes he's had a really long day. So long, in fact, that he can't even remember.
His name was
Grax. That's the one. Yes, okay. Well, as you say goodnight to Grax and take a lie down as you're all exhausted, we shall resume the following morning, where you wake up to the smell of Sapphire cooking breakfast. And what breakfast is Sapphire cooking?
Sapphire is still not feeling great after yesterday, so just some fucking scrambled eggs and bacon.
Scrambled eggs and bacon. I'll have your cooking check for that. I still don't know how you roll it, but do a rolling thing.
I have a cooking check now.
Oh, good. Use it. That's what I've got for you. Alright, there might just be scrambled eggs and bacon, but it's fucking good scrambled eggs and bacon. The dwarves are decidedly quiet and gentle today. And a little bit subservient, and will not require an animal handling check.
They kind of gave it away last time.
Yeah, they will quietly take the food placidly over to all of the members of their crew. It seems that nearly losing Chop Chop has shaken them a little bit. And so, as you are docked in at Jovasta, it's 10 o'clock
I'll cook
in the
them
morning.
their own separate meal.
Aw.
Thank them for behaving.
They'll appreciate
Whatever they
that
want.
greatly. They'll have the scrambled eggs and bacon. It smelt nice while they were taking it out. And they don't want you to do any extra work for fear of cleavers and being thrown off the ship and fired in a cannon and anything else that might happen to them. After...
Alright, well, one of those I didn't do.
No, you might also notice that Fori is speaking with a bit of a strange voice at the moment. He seems to have his lips a bit pursed at all times. You see, after his little straw episode in the bag of holding, he hasn't quite righted himself yet. But he'll be alright in time.
Okay.
Well, maybe. Maybe he'll speak like this forever.
As alright as they can be.
So, it is morning. You have 2 days until the collection of your large banner. Do we want to fast forward, or do we want to do any of the random quests around town or anything else?
Random quests.
Well,
I like random quests.
I believe there was a sign in the town that the 3 quests you hadn't done were too much pipeweed, Tula needs a fork, and Yussen has some illicit garden waste.
Lav, you had something to say?
yeah, well, Savakri's gonna wake up. She's gonna say, "That was awesome!" She's gonna run out because she smells food and she's hungry. She's also looking for Fori in the process. Where do people eat? Like in a...
Anywhere where the food is delivered to them by your ever useful dwarves. It is Rory who brings you your food, but he would be able to give you the location of Fori.
Okay. Thanks, little man. Do you know where Fori is?
Yeah, he's in his room. He's not feeling too great.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna go check up on Fori.
Okay, as you head over to the galley and into Fori's room, he has restrained himself on his bed. And he is lying there and he looks a bit green. His face a little turned down. What's up? Hey, you made
Hey,
it.
little man. What's wrong?
Well, you see, the bag of holding, when the water filled up, my brain hurts.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm gonna sit beside him on the bed.
Sort of looks at you.
And
Yeah.
with her hand, she's gonna put her hand on his lips and kind of like squish it to try and like loosen it up a little bit.
Must say
I
that
think it's a little bit
feels
dangerous to be doing with claws. I
tiny
like it.
bit strange, but it's kind of nice. And then he
You
passes
can
out in
take
front
his
of you.
restraints out if you want. I don't know why he has them on.
He's passed out in front of you.
I think
Poor
you killed
dude.
him.
With it by like touching his lips that are
No. He was already clearly on the brink of unconsciousness, and he's just sort of like. But as dwarves will, he was sat up in his restraints with his arms across his chest like this, and he's just like this. Yeah, he's not in a great state.
okay. Well, I guess I'll return to wherever the crew is and be like, one of the dwarves ain't feeling too hot. I don't know
He'll
what
be
to
fine.
do about it.
He'll be fine. They've dealt with worse.
Ah, okay. But did
If you need
Did you
medical
guys-
Like
attention.
cleavers to the face.
you guys see the explosion? That was
Yeah, I felt it.
amazing!
I was a part of both of them.
I heard it. the
Never in
background.
my life will I ever see anything as cool as that.
You wait till we go to the North Pole.
Are there big explosions? I can't wait.
We're gonna make a big explosion in an iceberg just for you. It'll be cool in every level.
That would be so nice.
Well
Is any medical attention being given to Fori, or is
Yeah.
he being left to his own devices?
Yeah, I guess I could go look at him.
Yeah, when you get in there, he's pretty green. His face is sort of turned down. He's unconscious. Give me a medicine check as you take a look at him.
20.
Yeah, not only was he near drowned in a bag of holding, when he had a straw to breathe through, and then it sort of all filled up and everything was disastrous. After that, he then launched himself into a tidal wave and swallowed a large volume of seawater. And then he has concussion from being hit by the tidal wave after getting Savakri back. Not in a great
Unfortunately, that
place.
brings you for the dwarves.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, he's in an absolute shite state, but it looks to you like rest might be alright for him. Mayhap a little stabilization before, unless you have a way of extracting the water from within him. Chop Chop was
Up my
suggesting
hand.
hanging him by his toes, upside down, so the water all came out. I don't know whether that's cruel or kind.
It's funny.
It's interesting to say the least. No, I'll just kind of like lean him over, rub his back a little bit, like kind of pat him on the back and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay. As you do so, he sort of opens his mouth to say something, and just volumes of seawater come out. And as volumes of seawater come out, a large fish comes out. In full. And Froy sort of turns around. Oh. I can speak again.
Is it safe to say that Sabakri's in the room because?
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
know-
You follow
Okay.
him.
Wow! I didn't know you could hold a fish.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh my god.
Apparently not very well.
Make a nature check as you look down to the fish, Deacon and Savakri.
Would I be there? Because I have to walk through the galley
You
to
can
get there, and I
come and have
was
a look.
cooking.
You can come have a look, but I think Deacon's got the nature check in hand.
20?
That's a 4.
Yeah,
That's just
um,
cool ass fish to her.
It's a pufferfish, and
sure,
it's
yeah.
really, really poisonous. Might have something to do with why he was in such a state, but as he's now spat it out, it is alive and flopping around on the floor, the fish. So what you want to do with that, I don't really know.
Can we keep him, please?
I have picked the fish up at this point and I'm holding it. And I'm just like, where are you keeping this thing?
Or are you keeping it because you want to eat it?
You know, I heard that pufferfish is quite the delicacy, but no, we can keep him in like a little bucket.
In
I
a little
immediately walk to the side of the boat and drop the pufferfish off.
Oh!
We'll get you a safer pet,
Thank you.
says the man with the fucking dragon turtle.
To be fair, Savakri has an exploding rat named Boom.
Yeah, there is that. At this point, Forey's feeling far perkier and a bit more glad, and he looks up at Sapphire. Is there any chance of more breakfast? I lost the last breakfast over the side of the ship.
I'll go make him some soup.
Thank you. And,
Little man, you could
No
be,
eggs and bacon for the dying guy.
you can be
And I
like
want to-
my sidekick.
That's
No, you're not
really,
bringing him off the ship.
really dangerous. I kind of like it,
Oh my god.
but maybe give me
Sapphire,
some
let him have his
time
fun.
first. I need to rest.
Just to let everybody know, sidekick as in not what everybody else is thinking.
As in comedic sidekick?
Yes.
Okay, we'll allow that. But regardless, at the moment, Forey would very much like to rest.
Okay, yeah.
You guys free to
I
disembark?
for sure throwing a cleaver above his head at the thought of him being a sidekick.
That's fine. He didn't even notice he was that tired.
Oh,
he'll
I'm gonna
eat some
choke
soup
him in
and
his
then-
sleep.
That's nice
Okay, I
of you.
wasn't trying to hit him that time.
He'll eat some soup and then he'll fall asleep again. What are the rest of you doing? Are you headed off ship? Are you sticking around? Are we fast forwarding, or do you want to go and do some quests?
Does anything on the ship need repairing after our absolute catastrophe?
No, Robilard's protected it quite exquisitely. It's in perfect condition.
Excellent.
It's just the members of the
Excellent.
ship that are absolutely screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Most
know.
notably, Eleanor is missing
Where
half
is-
her hair. Which is a bit
Where is
depressing.
Ellery?
Oh, Ellery. Sorry, two different people. Eleanor is missing half her hair and is in the crow's nest. Ellery is down below decks.
I don't think I can help with that hair problem. So
It's alright.
Yeah.
She's kind of digging it.
yeah, she just looks cool.
I love that you have Ellery just staying in her own place when I specifically made my room big enough for both of us.
Yeah, she's not quite ready for that level of commitment.
Okay. Just making sure you didn't forget that shit.
Yeah, she's only 2 days in. Leave her alone. Like, give her some space. You know, like, come on.
Give her.
I just gotta
No.
build the relationship. You can't just cook her a nice meal and then go, "Hey, here's my bedroom." I mean, that's just not how it works. You know.
Arguable. Also, she doesn't need to live there. She just needs to sleep
She's
there
also-
once in a
Yeah,
while.
she could just.
She's also a little bit unsure about the whole furry situation. You know, I mean, she's.
I also think it's nicer to stay in a higher up room than just in the middle of.
She likes her peace
Hey
and
man, you
quiet.
didn't move into her
pirate
room
men.
either.
I ain't fucking living
Two-way
down there
street,
with all the
buddy.
pirate
I'm
dudes.
just saying that I think she might think of you as more of like a house pet. But maybe you need to work on that. You know.
That's
She
the real
thinks.
reason we keep Sapphire around. Another one of
She
my
thinks of you as a
iconic
pet chef, you know? I mean, she hasn't quite got to the relationship status. Anyway, I believe recently you saw on her notebook with the word face on the front that she had listed you down as just friends. Or it's complicated. Regardless, what are we doing? Are we fast forwarding? Are we questing?
I heard someone needs a fork.
Someone does need a fork. Judah really needs a fork, actually.
We're gonna go find this human a fork, or dwarf, or elf, or whatever this person is, guys.
There's something.
It's a halfling town. It's probably a fair bet that she's a halfling.
human enough for me.
Yeah, quest was in town. Somebody can give you directions to Tula.
Alright, let's set out. Let's go find Tula.
See what kind of a specific crazy fork is going to be needed for this one, because you know it's not going to be straightforward and simple.
When you
Pitchfork.
When you get your directions to Tula and you get down there, you knock on the door and she opens up the door and says, "Oh, why, hello there. What can I do for you, gentlemen?"
Morning. Hi, we heard you're in the market for a fork.
Yes, you see, I can't do it. Bear with me. Bear with
Is
me.
it a tuning fork?
Says, you see, come in. I'll show you my problem. I've got 10,000 knives, but what I need
Oh.
is a fork. And then she gestures, and she has all these wonderful silver, different little knives and table knives and proper knives, but she's got one wooden fork that is closer to spork than fork. She says, you see, I've been around town trying to purchase a fork worthy of all of these knives. But sometimes, you know, a shit fork is just worse than no fork at all. What I really need is a really good fork.
Okay. Do you have any
Oh no.
bearing on where a really good fork might come from?
I tried Phoebe's, but she had 10,000 spoons, when all I needed was a fork.
Interesting.
I tried stealing one
Okay,
from the tavern, but clearly pewter is not for me. I mean, a pewter fork is just... I mean, it's just pitiful, really, isn't it? It just doesn't quite get the juices going.
Okay, do you have a spoon going spare that you mind being repurposed into a fork?
No, because then it would be the fork that was once a spoon. I need a really good fork that's truly a fork. I mean, a mighty
Sapphire.
fork, given to me by a mighty man.
Why don't you just eat like me and eat with your hands?
Sapphire, I know you know your way around the kitchen quite well. Do you have any idea where to get a good fork from? Or would you be able to give Tula a
Stick
good
my
fork?
hand down my pocket and pull out like a million fucking forks. Yeah, I got plenty of those.
But look at
Maybe
these
it'll
wonderful
work better if you
knives.
stick your hand down her pocket and try and pull out a fork, if you catch my drift.
Look at these wonderful knives. They're just not the same. You see, I heard a rumor of a great halfling. His name was Gandaloon, and he is known to be the mightiest of forkers. He has many forks that he creates, and he has been known to give a fork to many a woman. If you could unite me, if you could unite me with Gandaloon,
I hate this quest already.
we might be able to, you know, meet, and perhaps he
There's
will
got to
have the
be some
fork
meat
for me.
involved.
There's gonna be some forking
You
involved.
see, the thing is, Gandaloon went into the forests of Jovasta,
Wow.
and he said to take with him the golden fork. Even if...
So, out of curiosity, you said there was some meat involved. Is there a couple of veg in there as well?
No eggs. Just meeting him. Please, don't be so crass. There's no time for euphemism. Look at these wonderful
I
knives.
think you're bringing plenty of that yourself.
All I need is one good fork, and I'll be satisfied.
A good fork on the table, then.
Out of
And
curiosity.
she said a big fork from a big man.
No, a good fork from a good man. A great fork
On
from
the
a great
table.
man.
Got it.
I don't really mind if it's a fork on the table or a fork on the floor. In fact, as long as it's in my house, I really don't mind.
Deacon?
Got
Does it really have to be in your house?
How many
Ideally,
spoons
yes.
do you have? Because I heard forks and spoons are like, they commingle a lot. Sometimes they cross over into one another's territory, and
No, you're missing the
if
point.
you're getting a good
right?
fork, you need a good spoon
You
to go
start with
it.
the knife, then you have a really good fork, and then you spoon afterwards. You never
Yeah, that's
spoon
what I'm-
during the
that's what I'm
fork.
asking. I'm asking if you're prepared for the afterwards.
Uh,
Because
can
if you're not
spoon
prepared
during
for
the
the
fork.
afterwards, you shouldn't get a good
Not
fork.
only do I have many, many excellent spoons, I also have some exquisite bowls. And, you know, we can go... I can't do this anymore. There was some bowling for soup joke going on there, and I couldn't bowl for spoon. It just wouldn't work. Anyway, no, she is
hate
well
when I get
prepared
soup
for the
in my
dessert,
bowls.
but what she's really missing is a main meal.
Ah, Captain, sometimes scissors are involved in this too.
Oh my god, you don't want to take
If
them
the
anyway.
scissors are involved, your knife ain't doing its job.
I
Hey,
am
man.
confused, both out of character and in character.
So this all
Listen,
comes from the
I've
Irish
spoon and
pronunciation.
fork
The
at the
talk when
same
we go to
time
break.
Okay,
before.
what you're missing, Savakri, is the Irish pronunciation fuck. She just wants a good fuck. If that could be less crude, I would be, but I think that's about as close
He
as you're
wants
going
one
to
of
need it.
these.
Yeah, she wants a good forking. Real soon. From a big man with a big fork.
Apparently, the kitchen table
And
might be
afterwards, she's got a
involved.
spoon. Possibly on the kitchen table. Now, please, will you go and
I'm a
find
Knives
Gandaloon?
have to do anything with this.
Because she had 10,000
Apparently we don't
knives and all
need
she needed
Gandaloon,
was
we need some
was a
Gandaloon.
fork. Because
No, she didn't. You just told me that she needed to get laid.
But she doesn't really need to get laid. The quest is actually to get the golden fork from Gandaloon. It's just a horrible innuendo on my
yeah.
part. And it's also a play on...
Meant to be a euphemism.
Also, you've clearly never listened to Alanis Morissette's Ironic, so don't worry. Between the two, you'll work the quest out. Gandaloon, gone to the forest, golden fork. See what you can grab him.
Wait, so back to these bowls.
Yes.
What color are these bowls? Are they
I have-
blue currently?
Blue balls.
Unfortunately not. I think Gandaloon, though, may be approaching the stage of needing blue bowls in his life, or perhaps needing to get rid of them. But right now, I have bowls of gold, bowls of silver, bowls of every colour you might imagine. But
Too much euphemism in
frankly,
this episode.
they're not helping.
Apparently not, without
I
a
even
good forking.
I even got a pet to try and keep me occupied.
Oh, that's weird.
But frankly, it just didn't do the
I
same thing.
look
And
leerily
she points
over at
towards the
Sapphire.
corner and the rabbit in the cage.
Okay, I think we should probably go. This is getting kind of weird.
Yeah, this is going downhill fast.
Go find
Wow, why does
Gandaloon.
the rabbit have so many carrots around it? It's a very well-nourished rabbit. Alright, so off to the forest, right guys?
Yeah.
To the Tower of
I know a good
Gandaloon.
idea.
I
Okay.
don't know anymore.
So, as you wander through the forest, perhaps just before you go, you might want to ask a villager about Gandaloon.
I
Yeah.
think the less we know, the better. I don't want to know what he gets up to with his forking habits.
Okay.
I feel like we'd be talking about him loudly enough that someone might overhear
Yeah,
us as we
sure.
walk by.
A young halfling comes up and says, "Why, Gandaloon has made a tower in the forest. Look, you can see it from here."
Oh,
He
oh,
points
you
up,
know of him?
and you see a very, very tall, very, very thin tower
Huh.
standing
It's a
tall
pencil.
above the forest.
Why does it have two sheds around it?
Wow. You know what they say.
Is he the type of man that would drive a lifted carriage?
Drive a lifted carriage. That sentence doesn't mean anything to me. Sorry. As DM or halfling.
Oh, well, out of character. The
Yeah,
people that
yeah.
drive around those big lifted pickup trucks are generally the ones everyone makes jokes about having small dicks.
Ah, yes, he's
Yeah.
definitely
So, it was a
overcompensating with his tower.
euphemism to ask
He's
to get
he's
that small
overcompensating
deal.
with his tower. Yes.
Yes.
But I thought he had the golden
So you
fork.
might believe, but he does have the golden fork. And he'll tell you that, the halfling will tell you that he created this tower just to house all his incredible forks.
Oh,
He likes to
that's a lot of
cherish them,
forks.
like memories of his conquests.
Forks.
I feel like this man does not give out forks. I feel like he collects forks. Goes into your house and steals all your silverware.
Well, you can't miss the tower.
Yeah, I guess we walk towards the forest and aim for that big mighty tower.
Over the river, through the woods.
Oh hell, who invited Grandma?
And as you
No, we're
arrive,
going to grab.
you walk all the way across the forest, and you reach the foot of a very, very tall tower. There's a bell outside.
I knock on the door anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody's touching the bell here.
Hold on! I'm coming down!
Hello?
He opens the door. You see, that's always the problem with a tower. You go all the way up, then you have to go down. It's never
But
good.
it's good exercise when you go down.
Maybe you should
Sometimes,
make
but I don't know, I run out of breath. Anyway, Did you
You
come in
know
to
you
see
can
my
breathe while
grand
doing it
collection
right.
of forks?
Well, yeah, we heard you're quite the expert on forks.
Oh no.
Oh?
It's Chula, isn't it?
Well, yes, actually.
You see,
How'd
there's
you
something
know?
you can do to a lady. If you sneak into her house during the night, you steal all her forks.
I don't like where this is going.
And you steal all her forks. She will spend the entirety of the next few weeks searching for a fork until she's desperate for one. At which point, she may be open to certain offers, if you get my
I
drift.
thought most went to the cops after that.
I don't think you understand what kind of fork she's looking for, sir.
She is looking for one of these, and he gestures over to a table where you see a beautiful, delicately made golden fork.
Oh, were those her forks?
No, that one there was her favourite fork. And he
Oh.
points towards a platinum one on the wall.
Well, would you mind returning it?
I feel like
Because
that one
she's
might be a
very
little
desperate
bit more
for a good
valuable.
fork.
Holy shit.
I guess. The problem is, normally I'd take it back to her and we could fork together and take pride in it, but
Sounds like a pretty good idea.
frankly, I hear Chula's the sort of... Well... After stealing all her forks, I also managed to steal a picture of her ex-wife. And, well, the whole fork situation just couldn't be resolved. I discovered there was no implement truly for her.
I think it can be resolved. After speaking with her shortly, I think it can be pretty easily resolved, sir.
Well, would you like to escort this fork to her?
Can we escort you too?
I will not. What are you kids?
I will come if I have to.
I think it's a good
I
idea.
feel she'd appreciate it if you came.
You can bring all the forks you want to give her as well.
Alright. I shall come with
Maybe
only
bring
one
a
fork.
toothbrush.
I shall come with only one fork.
Like I said,
That's
maybe bring a
disturbing.
toothbrush. It's always good to brush after a good meal.
Perhaps.
Or if you spend the night.
I'll bring a toothbrush. Well. I don't need this anymore, do I? And he waves his hand and this tower just... You realise it was never very tall in the first place. He just made it look really, really tall with an illusion.
It's like what Disney
Lovely,
does
yeah.
with their castles.
Topical.
You're fantastic.
I can't wait
That's
until
it, so
and whatever this guy are raising baby Prince Albert.
Okay, as you enter the, as you return back to the town, you get near to Tudor's place, and you can see that Gandaloon is feeling a little nervous. He begins to scratch himself a little bit and sort of adjust his trousers and his tie. And you knock on the door. But you hear a strange noise coming from within.
Before we knock, I want to straighten him up a little bit and make sure he looks his best.
He looks splendid.
Excellent.
But you can hear a strange noise coming from inside Tuna's house.
Oh no, she's forking alone.
She's definitely not forking. Or
She's
anything of the
spooning?
sort.
She...
No, she's drilling, perhaps, or chopping. It's
Gonna
loud and it's loud and it's sort of thumping, but it's not in a. There's no euphemism here. She's definitely angry.
Sometimes that's the best kind. So, knocking away we go.
She opens the door. Yes.
Tula!
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just. Well. Have a look. And she shows you the back of the house where she's been chopping. She says, I've created a tunnel of love for my rabbit.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
are you the great Gandaloon?
I
He
think
looks
I'm
over.
done with Milton today.
That'd be me. She looks over. Please tell me you have a fork. He says, I do, my lady. And she takes it and she turns to her rabbit and she picks it up. She says, oh, Prince Albert, we're going to have such a great time with this. And she walks into her tunnel of love. And she puts down Prince Albert and lays next to
I'm
him one
walking
knife,
away.
one fork, and one spoon. And you hear
It's
a
a tunnel
quiet...
of love.
She's basically made a heart-shaped tunnel in the back of her house.
Oh, that's cute.
And sitting on the bed, the four-poster bed behind her, is a beautiful female halfling. She says, well, I suppose I should also introduce you to my fiancé. This is Rakesh. And her and I have been in need of a good fork for a long time, but we just didn't have the implements. And now we do.
Understandable.
Thank you so much. I have a reward for you. Let me go and get it. And she brings out a small
I hope
bag.
it's not a fork.
She brings out a small bag with 100 gold. And she brings out a potion for each of you. And for each of you, you will find this in D&D Beyond as the Potion of Vigor, I believe? Could potentially be a potion of virility. Let me just double check.
Is this the same potion that Rosalind got from that tavern back in like?
Yes, it was
session
created for
4?
that. It was created for that, but it worked well in this quest.
The only one I can see at the minute is a potion of vitality.
Vitality, that's what I'm looking for, thank you. Yes, she gives you each a potion of vitality. And she says, you know, sometimes on a quest for a fork you discover something about yourself. And that sometimes, when looking for a satisfying fork, you need somebody who can search for a long, long time without becoming exhausted or overtired or giving up before the fork has come to its completion. This potion here will keep you going in your
Are we
moments of
making
desperate
forks now?
need. No, but we're still making euphemisms. That's all Tula has ever.
You will be.
You may take your potions of vitality and your 200 gold pieces, and be happy that Tula and her fiancé now have the right implements. Gandaloon, however, will leave desperately disappointed, and just as you go to speak to him, you see him just dash off and begin climbing into the window of another lady's house.
Oh my god.
Some people never learn.
You get him, killer.
So after that, slightly unexpected quest, you still have too much pipeweed, and Yasun has some illicit garden waste, should you wish.
Yeah, dude, after that, I'm ready for some pipeweed.
How do I get
Yeah.
cock blocked by my own crew, and then I have to deal with that quest immediately?
Is it
after?
cock blocking if you're both playing with scissors? I'm not so sure. Anyway, regardless,
Spot swatting, whatever.
you may head.
Certainly wasn't a sword fight.
You may head on down to Jash. Jash has a large merchant shop at the back of town. He normally sells sort of herbal oils and the occasional herb for herbalism. And he's hard at work in his garden, actually.
Good day, sir.
Why, good day. Hey,
I heard you,
you're the captain, right? The new captain in town?
I am, yes.
You might be just the man.
I hear that a lot.
I had a shipment recently from Longbottom. And I was expecting 3 pounds of pipeweed. But, well, what I got was this, and he leads you to a shed in his garden. It's about 12 foot long and 8 foot wide. And he opens it and pipeweed spills out. I can't
Is
sell
that
this
a
here.
problem?
There is just too much of it. I mean, it's absurd. I can't sell this in a year. Let alone in 3 months, which is when it'll be well past its date of goodness unless it's dried properly, and frankly I don't have the materials here for doing that. So, I wondered.
You need to dry it.
Merchant, well, it's a long, stringent process, and frankly what you really need is good weather. And we don't really have much of that here. As he gestures towards the spitting rain. I know of no other way of drying pipeweed other than laying it out on stone blocks and waiting in the sunshine. But I do know of some people who would most definitely like to purchase some pipeweed. The dwarves are well known for their love of pipeweed. And
We have to have a
Duranamir is a
couple of
dry
them.
land. I wondered if you might be travelling the seas, as merchant ships are wont on to do, I'm sure. Perhaps you might want to enter into a bit of a business agreement.
Eventually.
Now, you see, I'm not in a situation to pay you up front, but nor am I in a situation to demand payment up front. My proposal is we build a bond of trust. You see, Longbottom, may be producing this amount of pipeweed for a long time to come. Rumour has it that a druid has moved in amongst the growers there, and that is why we have such excess of bounty. Perhaps this one time I will merely trust you. If you can pack this on your ship and take it across the seas and sell it wherever you may, I ask for half the profit.
What's the profit margin on this stuff?
Well, it costs me nothing, so lots. You see, I own the farms. Usually I can sell 3 pounds of pipeweed for about, I don't know, 1,500 gold. What we've got here is about 300 pounds of pipeweed. The maths is yours to do. Split the profits 50-50, the more you can make, the better. Bring me back half, and the next time I have a delivery, you may sell it.
I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys feel like flipping some crops?
If it's
Why
a good
not?
crop, then maybe.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
You know, there's a secondary advantage to trading in pipeweed.
Oh.
When you sit at the table with your business dealer, you hand them a small pipe like so, and he rolls up a small pipe and he hands it to you. And he says, and then you gesture for them to try it. You will find after this partaking in the pipeweed that your business partner may do, but suddenly all other deals seem to roll on the table. As occasionally he seems a little relaxed, laid back, perhaps a little out of his faculties. It's an excellent opener to any large business deal.
Interesting.
Drugs.
And you say that dwarves like this?
The dwarves are known to be very partial to pipeweed.
So it's like catnip, but for dwarves.
No, it's like smoking tobacco for people that like smoking. And he pulls out a
I like
wondrous golden
Golden.
pipe, and he says, and this would be mine as a gesture of friendship, my gift to you. Here, watch what it can do. And he blows, and different monsters fly into the sky, made out of smoke. Dragons, bears, and other interesting creatures. And finally, a small humanoid with 2 large crab pincers, clacking its way across the air. It says, anything you can imagine, you can blow with this pipe.
I hand the pipe to Sapphire.
Oh, a bunch of dicks.
Okay, I'm gonna blow a bunch of dicks. Fuck it.
As yet, you have not discovered a monster known as Bunch of Dicks. So unfortunately, you are unable to imagine such a monster. So what instead you have is what looks like a really angry Diglett. Just... it is vaguely phallic in nature,
really
but
hasn't seen a dick
with a mouth. No, of course she hasn't. She's too busy playing with other pussies. Now,
I'm gonna blow out a sea hag.
the fine Cornapusha gestures with one arm. May you hotbox in her honor. Now, will you trade the damn pipeweed?
Okay.
That's from him, not me.
If these guys are interested, they can haul it back.
Easy money. Easy money.
I mean, you could haul it back, or you could just send the dwarves to go and collect it. Although,
I guess we could send a message to the dwarves.
pipeweed and dwarves
But,
could potentially
yeah,
be
no.
risky. There is enough there that it's going to take you guys 6 trips, so I'd definitely tell someone else to do it. Maybe Chop Chop can keep them in line, I don't know. Maybe Robalard's got a solution. Speaking of solutions, as you look across at the tavern, you can see a real ruckus going on, and Bok is definitely at the centre of it.
What is
Man.
Bok doing?
First of all, how the fuck did he fit in the tavern?
No, he's not in the tavern, he's outside the tavern.
Ah, okay.
And he's causing a ruckus
What's going on
outside.
with Bok? Let's go and have a look. I'm definitely going and having a look.
Okay. Well, what about our pipeweed deal? Maybe will you
I'll
come
go-
back and
I'll deal
collect
with the
it?
pipeweed.
You'll come back and collect it, yeah?
Yes.
Okay,
we'll
fantastic.
We'll send our laborers.
As you head on over, you see Yarnbach the orc engaged in an arm wrestling match with Bok. Except this is a strange type of arm wrestling match, as Yarnbach is charging with his shoulder into Bok's index finger.
Yep.
And Bok is winning.
Box the fucking
Hey,
man.
Bok.
In the other hand, he is attempting to play a lyre one-handed, and the sound is frankly dreadful. But he's giving it a go. He stands up and, I Bok! I strong! But
Yes,
I
Bok, we
also
know.
music. And then he begins to
You're
pick up the
half
lyre
that.
and play it with two hands. And he rolls his performance check. And it's shite. Yeah, he
Well,
was
I have a
hoping
great
hoping
idea.
to have a whole lot of halflings jigging. Instead, what he's got is a whole lot of halflings holding their ears.
I walk up to Bach, I pat him, which is Bach. You're still a little bit too stressed
Captain!
out about this whole thing. Yes, Bach, how are you?
Bok good. Bok arm wrestle
Bok.
with champion and win.
Yes, the champion's a bit optimistic for that guy.
Well,
but-
they said I could have 150 of the shiny pieces,
Well, congratulations, Bach,
so
and
it was worth it.
yes. But back to what I came over here for. You seem a bit stressed here, and I hand Bach the pipe and some of the pipe. Here, try some of this, and then try playing the music. It'll relax you a bit, help you get more into the flow of everything.
Oh no.
I like to imagine Bach has set the roof on fire at this point.
He begins to play what in his head is clearly a wonderful tune. But he's not really strumming most of the notes. He's just kind of... Bok-like. Bok be helpful?
Yeah, be very helpful.
How
Bach.
be helpful?
You see this lovely stuff I just gave you, Bach?
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch more of it at this
Oh!
shed over there. We need that all brought over to the ship.
Shed, ship, got it. And he heads over.
Just the just the pipeweed, Bach, not the whole shed.
Ah. But it's... He'll put his two fingers in the doorway and pull it out bit by bit. And he
The
starts
dwarves will bring
gathering
it
it.
out to you.
He starts gathering it into his arm. And after a while, he's carrying all 300 pounds of pipeweed upon his back. And he currently looks like a shed with legs. And he'll walk over to the,
Good job,
ship.
Bok.
And he will deposit it right in the middle of the deck.
Perfect.
Chop can put it away. I'm
Bok
sure
help,
he's got good
but-
safekeeping. Good job, Bach.
Bok have some more?
If you're good, we'll give you
Wait,
some more.
I've
only
got
as
a
a treat.
really good pipe.
You have a really good pipe for this, Bach?
I do. And he goes into his little
Can we
chambers.
see the pipe?
And he comes
I really
out
hope
with
he pulls out a
a
fucking
giant-sized didgeridoo.
Ah, perfect pipe for Bach.
And he puts a small bowl underneath the didgeridoo, and he takes a little bit of pipeweed that he had left. But it's only a sprinkle, and he carefully takes out an oversized match and lights the pipeweed, and then he gets his didgeridoo out and comes out, and then he... And you see the smoke is
easy on
coming...
the new sales there, buddy.
The smoke is coming both out his nose, out his ears, and out of the end of the didgeridoo. As he continues to make this whoa, whoa, whoa sound. He's the happiest you've ever seen Bok. Until he decides to throw a dagger at you. No, he's not going to throw a dagger at you. But as you enter the ship Kraktos, you slipped over backwards. Clumsy oaf. And you bumped your head on a sharp corner of a stair. And you take 3 piercing damage.
Pick a new character, you're dead.
No, he'll be quite alright. Evening is settling in as you've spent your time finding Tudor folk and dealing with an awful case of too much pipeweed. Tomorrow afternoon you'll be able to collect your banner. Will you be taking rest at the tavern or taking rest at the ship?
We could sleep in the ship.
Okay. As each of you enters your rooms, does anybody have anything they'd like to do before dark? Perhaps a meal might be a good idea.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
fork
that's
a
good
meal.
idea.
Well, I inspect the ship and make sure all our silverware is still here.
And just make sure that the pipeweed's all in the right place where it should be, and we don't have any dwarves taking it right now.
In your kitchens, you find a beautiful selection of knives, forks, and spoons. And the dwarves have definitely packed the pipeweed perfectly. It's well crated, and they're clearly well acquainted to this substance, but there isn't quite as much down there as there was when it entered the ship.
I'm gonna go inspect their room.
How much have we lost?
You inspect the rooms of the dwarves in the galley, but they haven't got any pipeweed.
Dude, it's Bach.
No, it's not Bok. Bok can't get down there, so it's definitely not Bok.
Robillard?
No, you have one dwarf you have not accounted for. Well, two, technically, but Chop Chop hasn't got any.
One's getting health
In
treatment.
my mind,
right
Chop
now.
Chop's forever a panda.
That's fine.
Hillary?
No, Hillary's not a dwarf, but your carpenter is. Brugar
true.
Hammerhand, who has a room right next door to Athrin.
Can I smell the distinct smell
Oh,
of
yeah.
I will knock on the door.
Yeah.
Brugar?
Come in.
I open the door and walk in and just look
And
at
you
him
see
just
two dwarves.
Very...
There's
Oh.
Brugar, and sitting opposite is a very fine-looking dwarf in excellent armor, smoking on a pipe. Oh, Cap. Cap, I'd
good
like you to
morning.
meet... Ah, shit.
Brugart, no. Before I meet anyone, I would like to congratulate you.
Yes.
You have been our first customer of this lovely pipeweed.
Oh, it's magnificent.
Yes.
Chop Chop told me I should share some with our esteemed visitor here.
Chop Chop said this, did he?
Yeah, you see, this is Lord Connellin. He is the heir to the throne in Geranimir,
Ah,
and he would like a lift home. Chop Chop said that, given the sum he was offering to pay, that you were likely to say yes, and that we should greet him with some pipeweed, and I will admit I may have partaken in more than I should.
we know. Don't you worry.
At this point, the Lord Connellin turns to you in his fine armour, his great axe, and he bows deeply. Oh, son. Such a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure to meet you as well, sir.
Your good friend Chop Chop said that you might be able to give us a bit of a lift, if you know what I mean.
How many is us?
Oh, just me, just me.
Oh, okay,
I've
you're
got
one
a
of
long,
those.
long way to travel. But the rewards for you would be exceptional. Perhaps in the realms of 15,000 gold pieces. A warrior for your ship upon the way. And a very grateful king upon your arrival.
Interesting. Well, and where you're going to Geranimir?
Geranimir, yes. I believe I have a throne to collect. Or soon
We-
enough.
We shall be going over there. I believe tomorrow we're leaving to head to Geranimir.
If you have more of this pipeweed on ship, I am willing to wait as long as you are willing to make me wait.
Okay, but you're paying full price.
I can do that. You see, I've come across a bit of a bounty, if you will. And this bounty comes in two forms. Now, the first form is pretty simple. I have a chest, and that chest has much gold and much treasure. And I'm willing to partake in sharing some of that with you for your kind and gracious hospitality. But more importantly, it also came in the form of a map that I cannot reach without a ship. And I thought perhaps this might be the item that really interested you. For I hear you're a captain with a bit of nass, if you know what I mean.
I got a little bit of a curiosity to me.
Well, he hands you a parchment map. And it is quite simple. On a small island, which you are, I believe is labelled A on your map, for Arcanthir, It is between Cressware and Geranimir. On the very edge, at the tip of the island to the northwest, is an X. Rumour says that buried deep below the mountains is the final one of these treasure caches. I was able to retrieve the one from Cressware, down in the south. It took a lot of digging, and I will admit there was a bit of trouble with the dragon, but we did get away. Well, we being me. I keep saying we, but unfortunately I came here with 8 dwarves and I leave here with just me. But should we make it to Arcanathir, and should we delve deep beneath the caverns, the mountains, and follow that map? Rumour is that the treasure is quite exceptional.
I do like treasure.
I also like treasure, and I could do with a lift. So, whether we go past it or not, that really is up to you. Although I will say that if we go past it, my curiosity will be forever piqued.
Mine too. I think we could do with visiting a little detour.
Marvellous.
I only have one concern, though.
You seem like a man of
Yes.
many concerns. I refuse to believe that you only have one. But please, fill us in.
Right. This treasure,
Yes,
it's obviously going to be guarded.
quite possibly. Probably. It's likely to be guarded by something that breathes fire. They seem to have all been guarded by something that breathes fire, or occasionally ice. Sometimes lightning. One of them breathed acid, I'm not going to lie. But so far, I've survived them all and collected the caches, and rumour says that this is the greatest of all. There is a tiny bit of a worry. Someone said that this large creature that breathes something... Who am I kidding? I should probably admit, it is a dragon. Rumour says that this one is not as evil as the rest. Now, you might say, why is that a concern? The others, we were capable of tricking or fighting. This one, perhaps, might be a bit more complicated. They say that even the beast himself is made of gold.
Okay.
Interesting.
But sometimes, life's a bit of fun with a bit of risk, right?
Yeah. It's a lot of threat, though. A lot of threat. It's going to be an interesting one to take on.
What's an adventure without a dragon? I say, if you haven't done a dungeon and a dragon in the same day, you ain't had a life worth living.
Well, that's convinced me.
Besides, I brought me a very trusty friend. I have me axe, and I have this. And he pulls out a bone 20-sided dice. And on every single surface is written 20. Who can go
I
wrong
need one of those.
when the dice are
Yeah.
skewed in your favour?
I tell you what, I know just the person who's going to want that thing.
Well, unfortunately it's mine. But it was in one of the treasure chests of the dragon's hoard. Here, I'll show you. And he pulls out a series of 20-sided dice. One made of ruby, one of sapphire, one of diamond. Though the writing's quite difficult to read on that one. One of onyx and one of bone. The bone one is his favourite one, but so far these are the dragons that he's collected. I'm not one to guess, but I would guess that this last one might be made of gold. And that's a prize for any adventurer, right?
Interesting.
Just about.
You should sell this pipeweed to the king. It's fucking fantastic.
Keep that in mind.
If he's going to pay good for it, then
You on
Absolutely.
good terms with the king?
He's me dad.
So
perfect.
again, are you
So
on
no,
good terms with the
Not
king?
really. We were on good terms until I decided that maybe he wanted to give me the throne a little early. And that's when he sent me to go and seek the grand treasure of the lost dwarves. I thought he was taking the piss a bit, getting me out his hair. Turns out, it's the best fun I've ever had in my life. But
Gotcha.
if we do this last one, I've completed the grand treasure of the lost dwarves, and then, well, maybe it's time I took the throne. Just saying. The man's 537. It's about time he popped his clogs. But he'll pay you for the pipeweed first.
Alright, well, you can arrange that deal. Oh, duh.
Done. Here. And he raises a large golden mug to you. To the captain.
Hi.
I
Cheers.
didn't get your name.
I'm Captain Deacon.
Dickon. Dickon what?
Deacon Fredrickson.
Dickon Fredrickson. Lovely. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Gulp, 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 gulp.
Great. Also, I know I don't shut up. But someone said you had a dragon turtle sea dragon thing. I don't suppose I could get a look at that, could I?
Well, why do you want to see it?
Because that sounds fucking awesome.
Come with me, my friend.
He will.
And I will lead him back to my quarters and show him my boy Grax.
He stares at it. Incredible. I had me a pet dragon once. Little one.
Oh?
Used for fighting. The dwarves all use little dragons for fighting at the dragon tables.
Oh, yeah, I got a couple of them sitting over there in that cage.
Mine was the best. Never fucking lost.
Oh,
Until I dropped it
happened
off the
to it?
side of a mountain. You would think a mini fucking dragon would fly, right? Fucking prick. Just fell. All the way down. Never saw him again. Bounce, bounce, bounce on his little head. I was crying. It was devastating. My green dragon. I called him Serpentine. He bounced on his head over and over again. I could hear his little all the way down the fucking hill. When I got down there, eventually, after a while, fucking squished. Devastated. Devastated. But, hey, what you calling your dragon? Your sea dragon turtle thing?
Oh, his name is Grax.
Grax!
Yes.
I like it. Sounds like a fighting name.
Hmm.
You are aware,
he's
however,
mostly
you've
just
turned him
chill.
into your door ornament.
Yes.
You're a good guy, I like you. I'm gonna go get some sleep.
Good luck
He
with
doesn't
that.
want food.
In the morning, Cap. No, he didn't want food. He smoked himself to shit. But yeah, the rest of the crew would, please, Sapphire, if you would.
By the way, do I have expertise in cooking yet?
Maybe. Nah, not quite. You need to read some more recipe books. Your execution's exquisite, but your knowledge of various different food is still mildly limited to the meat and potato variety.
Well,
Perhaps you need to buy a
okay,
recipe
well,
book in the
I'll
morning.
perhaps I'm fucking awesome at cooking because I crit again.
Sick. What have you crit?
Something different. So let's see. I made some mean chili,
Nice.
and I made a baked potato with chili on top of it for Ellery.
And as the dwarves will go out and serve, and they're still feeling a little subservient, Ellery comes up to you and... You cook incredible food. But I have to admit, this one... I've never been one for the spicy food.
Chili doesn't have to be spicy. What?
Is it spicy, or is it not?
No.
None of this
I don't
chili
like
spicy?
spicy chili
Oh,
that
okay.
much either.
Oh, good. Well, in that case, she'll fuck off again and be really glad with her chili jacket potato. And we will not have any fires on the ship from Grok. Who the fuck is Grok? From Box backside. So, as the group beds in for the night and you wake for the morning, it is time to go and collect your banner.
We proceed to, I don't remember the names, place.
Gales, I believe, was it? Yes, Gales.
I'm gonna go
Probably.
look for cooking books, I guess.
Gales Taylor's, where you come in and you see ready packaged on the counter. It's the great
Thank you.
banner of the Black Skull.
Ah, it's beautiful.
It's pretty awesome. Do we have it? Let me go-
It was
let me
in
go
the
and get
Miltern
it.
chat.
Yeah, let me go and get it. I thought I had it saved, but apparently I don't. So let me go and grab it quickly. Oh, hold on. I'm scrolling through the bot spam channel. That's not going to find me anything I need. There we go.
I do appreciate the little information for Ellery, though.
Yes, she doesn't do spicy food.
Word.
I don't think I've picked spicy food yet. I guess chili's the closest thing.
I mean, I always think of chili as spicy, but that's because I love spicy chili.
Yeah.
Well, I like both of them, but most people just make chili super fucking hot for no fucking reason.
Because it's
It
good.
doesn't taste.
It is good.
Hot for hot is good.
I'm kind of alright with hot for hot, personally, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So, the
Some of the
grand
beautiful
banner of the Black Skull is now here. And you may all enjoy it in its full worth.
That looks lame.
Coming from the artist,
not enough
that's slightly
Yeah,
intriguing.
Wasn't the artist.
I think it looks fantastic, Lavi. You've done a brilliant job.
You. I just thought it would be funny if Sabakri said that.
Of course. But yeah, no, it's definitely what we're
There's
looking
not
for.
explosions on there, huh?
I know there's not enough explosions for you, but it tickles my fancy, and I appreciate it.
I thought you was gonna say it tickles your pickle.
No. That was 2 quests ago. We've had enough pickle tickling for one morning.
Yeah, so as you proceed onwards, you are able to go to Phoebe's. And so you may. Ah. She looks up at Cracktoes. Cracktoes, I have a delivery for you.
Wallace.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah, she's not sure, and neither am I. Roll a D100.
Oh God. $75.
Roll again. Sorry, you can't have that one.
All right, rolling again.
What was it?
One that we've already got. You're not having Deacon's Acts of Return.
No.
It's Deacon's.
93.
23.
93.
Oh, 93. Shit, we're going the other way. All right. You get a pair of shoes. These magical shoes float in water. They're able to support the average adventurer. Being sized and shaped as typical shoes, they're very difficult to balance on while properly traversing the water. But if you are a dexterous kind, you will be able to now be Jesus the Lion.
Oh my god! I want
I
those
am
so much.
Jesus the Lion now.
Do you wear shoes?
No,
I would
and I
wear
already
You do now.
have,
You do
I
now.
have a ring of water walking too.
Sick.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, these shoes are attuned to you and you alone,
Yeah, I know.
as that is the way these items work. Regardless, Phoebe looks up. Oh, good morning. Any business today?
Cooking books.
More cooking items. You do amaze me. Let me go.
Always
back and have
cooking
a look.
items.
Let me go out back and have a look. She has 6. It was on a D6. Imagine. One is Grandma's oldest recipes.
How much are they?
Grandma's oldest recipes is only 1 gold piece.
How much are all of them together?
5 of them together will cost you 20 gold pieces. The 6th, however,
Okay, I will.
is something different.
Oh.
This is the Grand Book of Talking Recipes. And it will read its recipes out loud to you. And so far, it believes it knows every recipe that has ever been created. But it's not 100% sure.
Okay.
And it will cost you 1,000.
What the?
However,
Always poor.
any recipe cooked from this book will grant a +2 to stats for an hour.
I'm always poor.
Provided you don't fuck it up. Well, you'll have to wait. Save up for it. Gonna
Wait,
wait
how
till
much is a
another day.
potion of vitality worth?
50.
What?
50. It's Viagra. It's not that expensive. Let's be real. Yeah. So you find yourself stumped by the talking recipe book, but you are able to get 5 other books, including Grandma's oldest recipes.
How much money do you need for this book?
I have 64 gold.
Would you
It's
like
about
to
time
borrow
this man
some
learned
gold?
to save.
No,
Yeah, I
fuck
would
that. I'm
love
gonna
to-
enable this man till the day I die.
I would love to continue to give you my funds.
Yeah, I will loan
One
Sapphire
more.
this 1,000 gold.
All right, you will have And I really am going to read these book titles out because I wrote them down. And it was my only prep for this session. So for fuck's sake, I'm reading them.
20 gold for the other book?
It will cost you 1,020 gold. You will have Grandma's
Well, I'm not putting the 1,000 gold in here.
oldest recipes. You will have seashells on the seashore. And the seafood that's cooked from within them. You will have baking brown, beautiful buns. You will have the fabulous wonders of steak and how to stab it. Meals fit for a dragon. And kingly recipes from the 5 Isles. Where these 5 Isles are, no one knows. Interestingly, the last one is written by a particular name that you recognize to be Kobold. But other than that, it means nothing to you. One simple Kyo. And with that, you may take your 6 recipe books, which I will write down for you later. And your talking recipe book of all the recipes.
The talking one's in Kobold?
No.
Or is...
No.
Oh, okay, one of the other ones. Got it.
Yes, the meals fit for a dragon.
That one's in Kobold.
Yes, is written by Kyo. It's not written in Kobold. It's written in Common. It's just written by a Kobold. Who is very important to me personally. Yes, and this book looks like it's travelled to many seas. Come from a far, far island.
Food from there.
Yep. So, as you leave with your recipe books and your banner, and I'm assuming you're going to get the banner rigged up, are you?
Yeah.
We shall take a short break and return soon. Welcome back to Milton, where the party have collected their banners and their cooking books, and even their cooking books that talk to them. They've spent their money. There is one quest left in town, but frankly, what do you care about illicit garden waste when you have a ship to sail?
I still do care about it, but I mean, if we want to hurry up and get the fuck out, then
It's up to the group.
you know.
We've got all afternoon if you want.
Depends on how illicit this is.
Only one way to find out.
To the party, does anyone want bracers that give you advantage against magic?
Oh.
Because I really don't need them. I have advantage on deck saves, period. So it's the same exact thing.
Except they give you wisdom and charisma and intelligence
for the few
saves.
times I don't need them, but I'm not going to pass those, probably.
Regardless. We can think
Either that
about
or I
that.
sell them.
Well, Phoebe will give you 10 gold
Oh.
for them. She's not in the mood to buy anything
Well,
else.
Cool, once out there. There's plenty of other merchants I can sell to.
Yeah, for now, let us continue onwards. If you want to find out about the illicit garden waste, you will have to visit our lovely esteemed friend Yuson at the edge of town.
I don't like the sound of that name. How about he can go and take his garden waste and shovel it?
His name is Yuson.
Yes.
Based on Jamal's reaction, I now want to go see him even more.
Yuson, if you prefer.
What's the problem with Yuson?
There is no euphemism involved in this quest. It is the one serious quest that was within all of these ridiculous quests.
Terrible.
So as you get down to the edge of town, you see a sort of crooked-looking, slightly dilapidated cottage with a large garden. And the large garden is covered in what appears to be a very large blanket, or possibly a collection of blankets.
Okay, that's looking odd already.
Do we see any like house or anything, or is
Yeah,
it just a garden?
he's got his crooked cottage with large garden.
I guess I'll go up and knock on the door of this crooked cottage. Hold my hand slightly crooked to knock.
Come to the door, you see a slightly sort of disgruntled, slightly dilapidated man, pretty much. He's clearly had a bit of a hard life. He's in his 70s and he's human, not halfling.
So is he looking about as crooked as his cottage then?
Pretty much. When he opens the door and...
Thanks.
Hey there. You come about the advert I put in the tavern?
We have. Heard you're
You best come in.
needed some help. Oh, okay.
Please, take a seat.
In we go.
Galindra! Some tea, please, for the adventurers. And a little old lady sort of hobbles over, her perm, starts pouring tea for you in delicate teacups. Look, you're never going to believe me. But I need you to believe me. In my garden are 30 bodies.
That's it.
Oh,
Cut into pieces and dumped.
well then.
I don't know where they came from. And I don't know why they're here. And frankly, neither me nor my wife can bring ourselves to start shoveling body parts out of our garden. You might think I'm merely asking you to get rid of the body parts, which I admit would be a major convenience, and I will gladly pay you 500 gold pieces for the trouble. But I also want to know where they came from, and why. And if you can find me that out, I'll give you my 2 family heirlooms.
What are these heirlooms?
I thought you might ask.
'Cause
Here.
we're not exactly detectives.
Well, this here, he hefts out a large golden shield from down the wall, with a beautiful picture of an angel on it. The shield here is magical, and an old heirloom of our family. It can bring hope. And
Looks snazzy.
it is greatly defensive. And this here, well, this is a little different. Let's just say it's a more recent heirloom. And he pulls down a beautifully crafted golden rifle. Gold
Interesting.
and wood.
Okay.
I don't know of anything that packs a shot like this musket here. These are the heirlooms I'm offering, but I want to know who the murderer is. I want to know who's dumping bodies in my lawn. On, I guess, not in.
When did these bodies show up, and did they all show up at once, or are they
2 days ago.
trickling in?
2 days ago, middle of the night, and they all showed up at once. The worst thing is, in my morbid fascination, I must admit I tried to connect some of the body parts to other body parts that matched. I mean, just to try and see if, maybe I recognized anyone. First of all, there are no heads. And secondly, there are more than double the amount of arms than there are torsos.
Math checks out on that one.
More than double the amount of arms than torsos. Some of these people seem to have more than 2 arms, or there are more
Missing
dead bodies
torsos.
than we actually discovered.
Hmm. Sounds like a butcher to me.
Yeah. Where's this guy's cabin located? Outskirts of town.
Edge of town. The edge of town, however, is not necessarily by the forest. He's more sort of along the harbour. Last house in the line.
Interesting.
Near the Smugglers Coves, in fact.
Near the Smugglers Coves. Oh, well, how horrendously grim.
Well, what do you guys say? You want to mill over some bodies, look around a bit?
We could, give it a whirl if you think you can handle it. I'm not sure entirely what we're supposed to do, aside from ask around a little bit and see what we can work out, but can't make any guarantees really, can we?
Alright, let's go out to the garden. Start collecting body parts.
Yes, you do. You see, he's definitely 3 or 4 days old. No older.
As we're collecting all these body parts, I'd like to look for any tattoos or scars or identifiable markings on them.
See a few with tattoos. You see your normal tattoos, a rose, a star. One in particular has a ship tattooed on his left arm.
Do you recognise the ship?
Make a history check.
20.
Uh,
Dude, I'm doing
Yeah.
all fucking 20s today.
You recognize this ship. This is the Thrice Lucky.
Ah. Is this one of the crewmates from the Thrice Lucky?
The Thrice Lucky was taken not that long ago by your captain,
Yes.
Sonia. Perhaps he was an old crewmate. Perhaps he wasn't.
I'm gonna rub my little ring thing and see if I can get Sonia on the line.
Yeah. Yes. A bit of a
Hey,
trade deal. This is important.
Yeah. Have you guys been... After you guys took over the Thrice Lucky, what did you do with the bodies?
Well, most of them were ransomed off. The couple we did kill, we chucked overboard.
Okay, so they're mostly in the sea.
We only killed a
sold
couple.
slaves. Oh, well, we just... we came across a large group of bodies. Some of them, or one of them had...
Oh,
had
Deacon,
the
you know me
tattoo
better than
from
that.
the
I'm at
Thrice
least
Lucky.
a little bit more subtle than that. A tattoo from the Thrice Lucky.
Uh,
Only
yeah,
the family
okay.
had tattoos. They were all ransomed
Family.
back.
Okay. Where did they get ransomed off to?
The grandfather of their organization, of their family, paid for their body. Paid for them. They weren't bodies. They were alive, I promise. Paid for their return. It's a couple of months ago now. I think most of them were just, fairly normal citizens.
Alright.
A couple went to the Genasi Confederacy. Yeah, all over the place, but nowhere in particular.
Alright, well, thanks for thanks for the information.
Deacon,
Yes.
how many bodies?
30, I think. Ish.
Shit. That sounds like
They're-
a proper drama.
Yeah, there's no heads and they're very dismembered.
You still in Javasta?
Yes?
I'm
Question
partial
mark?
to that town. If you, find something out, you let me know, yeah?
Alright, well, we'll keep you in the loop.
Thanks.
Click. Interesting. So, we got a slight lead that at least one of these guys was a member of the family that owned the Thrice Lucky. The last we saw, they were ransomed off back to the grandfather.
Yeah.
So, we'd go give him a visit, see if he's got any know-how
Grandfather
about it.
does live on Crestware. In fact, he lived in Javasta.
Does he still live there?
Ask around. She'd tell
What
you
do you
that he was from
reckon,
Crestware, but that's about it. Although, it is only one body of another 35-ish, maybe.
Oh, it was only the one body
Yeah.
that had that tattoo?
Mm-hmm.
But even one body could be a lead. No.
Well, the other one had a tattoo of a rose. I think there's a girl that sells roses at the other end of town if you want to go chat to her. I mean, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, if we can get an identity on a missing person, then we might be able to find where they went and then who they went with or who they went to.
Before you bugger off, give me a perception check. You were told that these bodies were all missing their heads.
Yeah, huh?
Oh, are they all up your
is a
asses?
17, 18 good enough?
Yeah, you notice that these bodies weren't decapitated. At each point where a limb is missing, or the head, there is a clean burn mark. It's cauterized.
Oh. That's interesting. So, either
Sure.
cut off with a very, very hot weapon of some form.
Give me a medicine check, Dick.
18.
Yeah, you know that no weapon is doing this. This is pure magic.
Interesting. So, this was definitely magically done. I don't know. Savakri, Athern, either you guys know any magic that would do such a thing like this?
I don't
What,
know, do I know?
cauterizing?
Yeah.
Both of you give me an Arcana check.
Uh, 12's probably
16.
not good enough.
Savakri, you might know that, I mean, you've seen a couple of sea devils that wield whips of pure fire. Perhaps
That's
these
a weapon.
Yeah, perhaps that might be able to... I mean, technically it's a weapon, but they're most specifically directly from hell, the sea devils. That might give you the idea that possibly demonic.
Oh yeah, they used to torture us with these things.
What the fuck?
You used to be tortured?
That was the drow, but you know, the drow, the demons. I mean, to be fair, the drow did have a large
They're the same thing
fetish
to
for.
Savakri.
They did have a large fetish for summoning demons. Which would then, yes,
The drow are demons to Savakri, so
fair.
same thing. It's like a little stick with like a rope attached to it, and it really hurts.
You mean a whip?
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well-
Unless you're thinking of something else completely, but that sounds like a whip to me.
A whip
Pretty
with
cool.
something
They made,
sharp
like,
on
this-
the end, maybe?
They made like this really loud cracking sound. It was pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a whip.
Okay, so as grim as all of that is, we've got an idea of something very specific that we're looking for, huh?
Yeah.
Like for Louisiana.
So what now?
It's a good question. We have a slight lead, maybe Grandpa Thrice Lucky, maybe looking for demons. I'm at a loss, guys.
Yeah,
Quite sure where to go with this one.
I feel
yeah,
like
it's...
okay, hear me out. I feel like the DM gave us a hint by saying we should go to the lady who sells roses.
No, I was taking the piss out of you, taking random
100%.
hints and going and flying with them. I mean, to be fair, you can ask the owners of the house about the grandfather who owned the Thrice Lucky. He'll tell you where that man used to live. And you might be able to ask some questions. Yeah, the DM did give you a massive hint, but you just bypassed it completely. So...
Oh, I might have completely missed which one.
No,
that
you
one was.
repeated it twice. And then decided to completely ignore it. You specifically, Jamal, repeated it twice.
Oh.
You asked whereabouts in town you were.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're near Smugglers thing.
Yeah, Smugglers Cove, yeah. Yeah.
You're not near anywhere else as well. That might be more the real reason. It's the only place that's nearby.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably very fair to say that I should have thought, well, that seems like the first place we should be checking.
But if you want to visit grandfather,
you
you might well get more information.
Try what's close first, then go out on a walk later, I guess.
Oh, well, guess from just an arm, it wouldn't be very possible to identify someone,
Yeah.
so it may not even be any use to that guy. But you might know of someone that was, part of his crew that's gone missing and no idea what the fuck's happened to him. So, yeah, I don't know. Smuggler's Cove still sounds like the best option, though. But yeah, I'll pass the call to you.
I was almost thinking we should grab some of that there pipe weed and go out and look for a head shop. Hey, man.
Yeah, it's a shame that I don't have any kind of spell that can find a rack of people's heads or something. That's probably
I'd
what
be
this
more
is,
concerned
some-
if you did.
Me too.
Yeah, that'd be a bit worrying, wouldn't it? But wouldn't it just be easy to just be able to go, oh yeah, all these people's heads are here?
Ugh.
But no, fortunately, it's never that simple, is it? Never quite that simple. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you got some freak with a rack of heads kicking around somewhere in Smugglers Cove or something.
I guess we'll head there and start
Okay.
asking around.
As you head down to the Smugglers Coves, you're used to seeing lots of boats on the entrance, but you see only one.
Hmm.
Do we recognize this boat?
No, it's just a rowing boat. They're all fairly nondescript. It's kind of the point of being a smuggler.
Yeah.
I guess.
You
So
head
we'll look around
into
how
the
many people
coves,
are kicking
or-
around.
Yeah, we'll head in.
Okay, as you head into the coves, there are a series of small caves. And as you get through the caves, you see one particularly shady-looking gentleman. He's kind of stooped to a chair and he's looking around, quite wide-eyed. Hey,
Hey,
careful.
how are you?
You haven't seen
Oh.
anyone on your way in, have you?
No.
Should I have seen anyone on my way in?
I went out fishing 2 nights ago. There were 42 of us here.
Oh.
I came back. Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. No one, no boats. Nothing. Terrified. Haven't left
What if-
since.
What if we know
Interesting.
where 30 of those bodies are?
I'm not interested in the bodies. I want to make sure I'm safe. You see, this cove only has 2 exits, and the first one was guarded. The other one leads up. Up to the hills,
Where?
the mountains. It's where we stashed some of the goods.
Oh.
I haven't been up there. What could do something like this? 41 people like that?
Eh,
You're the only survivor. You've seen no one else here.
No one.
No one's come, no one's gone.
Nothing. My goods are up
Shows
there,
to
and
stay around.
my goods are up there, and frankly, I don't really have anywhere else to go. I just hoped that maybe they'd finish what they were doing, and I even want to try and leave. My home's up there.
hmm.
Interesting. Can I do an insight check on this guy to see if he
Please
seems
do.
like genuinely scared or if he's
Please do.
lying? But that's gonna be a gazillion.
Yeah, he's absolutely shit fucking terrified.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
26.
Yeah, he's terrified. Just terrified.
Interesting.
He's definitely shady, but only in the sort of sense that he smuggles goods for a living. Not necessarily in the sense of he's lying to you.
On the sense that he's actually a fucking demon in front of me.
No! No, he's not even. You can even poke him if you want. He's,
Not
he's
particularly.
definitely human.
Anyone that's been sitting in a cave for a couple days probably ain't what I want to be touching.
No.
Oh. Alright. Well, I'm down to go investigate that. What's the worst that could happen?
I want to look around the entire area first and
You see...
see if there's any
Hmm.
sign of like struggle or anything.
Struggle. Give me a investigation check. Sapphire, I need a perception check from you as well, please.
Okay.
15.
You and Kraktos, actually, both of you.
Let's see.
26.
Okay. Sapphire, what you would find is some food. Meals, half abandoned. Kraktos?
What like
25.
Eden?
They're half eaten, but then abandoned.
Okay.
Kraktos, you hear something. And you move over towards what appears to be a small sort of wooden lean-to built into the walls. And what you were hearing was a small meowing of a cat.
Oh.
And in here you find 1 foot. Just a foot.
Oh.
Perfectly severed. Deacon, as you search around, you see some blood spattered on the walls and some burn marks.
So it probably happened all here.
It's fair to make that assumption.
Can anybody speak with animals?
No?
It's a solid note from me, Chief.
I can. And Savakri will start pinching her claws on her back. She can't really, but you know.
The cat will sort of attempt to do the same and then fall flat on its face as it lifts its hands up, and it appears slightly mesmerized by you, but other than that, you ain't getting shit out of it.
Maybe the cat speaks lion.
Maybe it does.
I will attempt to speak lion towards the cat.
As you roar at the cat, it flees.
Damn.
It was worth a try.
It's kind of strange that we have 2 cats
I
on
know.
the crew.
Neither one of them
Well,
can
the
speak
cat
to a
didn't
cat.
try and talk to the cat.
I can try and speak Dwarvish.
No, you're not getting anything out of the cat, unfortunately, but you do know there are 2 exits. And you haven't headed towards the very back of the cave where the exit goes up.
Right. Well.
Are the exits also the entrances? Like, did we come in through one of them?
Yeah, you came in through the front where
Okay,
the
so
water,
these aren't
where
like
the boats
fucking
are.
one-way doors or some bullshit like
You
that.
came in through the front where the boats go out, and out the back where the smugglers keep their stashes, and some of them keep their homes.
Right. Well, I kind of feel like we should probably be expecting trouble with this one, so I would like to assemble my force ballista on my shoulder.
Okay. And so you walk around with it like some kind of familiar. Deacon, you get to the back door, and you see that there were once 2 doors blocking this entrance, or exit, depending on which way you're going. And they are clearly blasted off their hinges, flames smattering them. And Athrin and Savakri, give me an Arcana check here.
So Akri do it at advantage because it's blow shit up and that's her specialty.
No, you're not looking for that, you're looking for something else.
That'd be a 14.
Okay. That's enough for you to get the sense that dark magic was used here. Not the sort of magic you'd associate with a fiend, but the sort of magic you'd associate with a wizard or a warlock of dark nature.
I wonder if this was our friend.
Yeah. The one that I might or might not have attacked.
No, he's fine. He's off back in town. In fact, I think he's actually on
You
your
don't know
boat at
that.
the moment. Wasn't he talking to Robillard? I think you introduced him to Robillard. I'm fairly sure he's on your boat.
Yeah, that sounds... What if he sleepwalks? He could be a totally different person when he's sleepwalking.
But it is that kind of magic.
Right. Okay. So we're definitely looking for some
Yeah,
kind
maybe
of
we should
a
fucking call him up.
Ring, ring.
so
Hello.
possibly something like a drow wizard or a warlock or some shit.
Perhaps.
Maybe. I don't know. What's our crewmate thing? Is that earrings?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Sure.
I remember what's her face was a ring and we had something to talk to crewmates and
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the earring,
earrings.
wasn't it?
Earrings.
earring. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna earring Chop up and tell him to put our warlock friend on the thing. On the call. Hey, what's his name again? What's your name again? Remember I named him something you didn't like. Or I attempted to.
I wrote it down somewhere.
Yeah.
Shit.
I wrote it down somewhere. I believe you ended up calling him Kevin.
Probably.
That sounds about right.
But his actual name was Davok. There we go.
Avok?
David.
Yes, Davok. D-A-V-O-K.
We call him David now.
Hi,
Or
new
Dave,
here.
yeah.
You're not new. Wave.
Oh, hello, new fellow. Yeah, I'd
Hi,
like to call
Dave.
Mr. Davok up, or get Davok
Okay.
on the line and be like, hey.
Chop redirects you to Robillard, who's currently on shore with Davok, sitting in the tavern. He says, "Yeah, I can."
Hey, you guys
hold on.
busy?
You hear... Hello.
Hey, You got a minute?
I've got many.
Alright, cool. Can you come down to the Smugglers Cove? We could use your opinion on
Robalot.
something down here.
Can you get us down to the Smugglers Cove? Sort of snappy. Well, yeah, don't see why not. And within a minute, a portal opens slightly outside the door, the front of the Smugglers Cove by the water, and the wizard and his warlock companion will walk in. Got trouble?
Hey. Yeah,
Jeez,
Thanks for
hold
getting down here
on,
so
silent. You feel that? He turns to Davil. I feel that. We've had a beast down here, something from the Nine Hells, maybe the Abyss, and some powerful dark magic. Congratulations, you just scaled up your encounter.
Shit.
excellent. If they didn't die last week, they're gonna die this week.
Fuck.
He started bringing in the big guns. I'm level 14 and 16 wizard.
We weren't looking
I'm
at
a wizard and warlock.
We wanted to get their
I just need them
opinion.
to tell me what the fuck's going
Yeah,
on.
well, they're here now, and they're slightly worried. Very worried.
Yeah, whatever.
Right.
If it's any help, the magic trails off in that direction, and he points towards the other exit.
Yeah. Wait, it came from the exit we came through, or
No,
the
the
exit
other
we were
way,
going
the
to?
exit you were going to.
Yeah. So, do you have any insight as to what would be powerful enough to do this and kill 40-something people?
Summons. Demons.
Summons?
Demons from deep in the abyss.
Wow.
That's
Any
what I sense. And something that summoned them. Also, what the hell is your crab friend doing? Savakri, as you're still trying to do clacking
Interpretive
things
dance.
above your head, possibly trying to return the cat, you start thumping your chin on the floor, like the cat did when it fell flat on its face, but you catch a sharp rock. You take 2 piercing damage. So perhaps that's enough interpretive dance for you today. Regardless, he believes that necromancy is involved, or at least some sort of dark summoning.
Interesting. We have a evil wizard summoning spoopy shit, killing everyone in sight, but then just abandoning the bodies. You guys know of anyone in your peer group that would be interested in such things?
My peer group is all chained up. So,
I was more directing that at our dark wizards here, but I appreciate your insights, Valkyrie.
Look, there are lots of necromancers if they're prepared to break the rules enough. Summoning's not as hard as it looks. Keeping control of the beasts can be difficult, but you give them enough things to feed on, they're kind of manageable, really.
Interesting. And how worried should we be while approaching?
Look, we'll come with you. If it's magic, I might be able to do something with it. We'll do what we can.
More than I ever could have asked, but thank you. We appreciate it. I guess I'll...
Before we go, he'll place his hand on you and cast haste.
Fantastic.
Zip, zip. I will head over towards the door and
You
click
smell
my heels.
burning at the door.
Oh.
It's not far.
Like
Maybe
Burning
40,
wood,
50
burning
foot.
flesh.
Burning wood, burning buildings. In fact,
Interesting.
as you get to the edge of the door, give me a perception check.
That's only a 13.
13, you'll still be able to see the smoke above the hills on the right.
Guys, something's on fire out there. We should probably get over there.
Okay,
Yes,
yep,
sir.
I'm pretty sure we got the stuff for that.
And as you come around the corner, you hear, shortly away from you, but you don't quite see it, and a slight growling noise.
So it's definitely not Bok doing the toke.
No.
don't know. I feel like we'd still hear Bach toking, so we can't rule that one out entirely. He's very powerful with his breathing.
As you further go around the corner, you see a dog-like creature in the middle of the path. Some kind of hound. There's flame about his neck, flame coming from his eyes. He's breathing smoke. And Robillard says, "Careful. They're normally guards."
So we're headed in the right direction if we've got something guarding something.
If this is what you want to call the right direction.
I guess.
Multiple summons are not easy. And these beasts, these hounds, they didn't do what we saw in there.
These are just the appetizer to the main course.
The beast howls, "Ow!" and runs back away from you, up towards the burning buildings.
Lovely.
As you head round the last corner, you stare up and you see a large horned beast. Huge horns. In his hand he holds a trident, but at the top of the trident is pure flame. You may surmise that this is how the heads were removed.
Oh.
Standing behind him, you see a black-robed figure, his cowl down in front of his eyes. His arms out, and you see him surrounded in a circle of heads.
That would explain where the heads all went.
Doing some kind of ritual. You see two of these dogs, hellhounds, standing guard at the front, flanking this horned devil. You're 50 foot away.
Well, guys, I don't think this is going to end diplomatically.
Are you sure?
We can
Maybe
try.
we can talk him out of the heads.
I got a strange feeling this guy's out for blood.
You hear a horrible growl. Why have you come?
Guys, I have a feeling we were only supposed to find out what happened, and I think we did that.
Yeah.
So why don't we
Yeah,
back
pretty
out
much.
of here slowly?
Don't leave now. Come and join the feast.
I'm not
Ooh,
hungry.
what are we eating?
We've already had food, thank you very much. I think we're good.
I'm
Well, it really depends
suggesting
on what the
We
meat
already
was.
ate.
that you might be the feast.
Oh, no, we're good.
And the dogs will charge at you.
It's shovel time.
It is. Give me an initiative.
It is shovel time indeed.
Time for the initiative.
8.
I got a nat 20.
I got a nat 1.
Oh
That is
dear.
a 6.
Deacon?
22 for me.
Deacon?
14.
14. Okay. Bear with me a second. For some reason, I can't skip the music. Let me try again. Come on, come on. Cooperate. Cooperate. Hate doing this through a browser. It'll either play or it won't. Okay, we come first to Savakri. As you see the two hounds coming towards you, the necromancer in black has sort of... He's still vaguely casting his ritual, but you can tell he's slightly aware of what's going on. I did not go for lullaby music, I'm not going to lie.
Noted.
Yeah. Anyway. Savakri, you see the monsters up ahead? What are you doing?
I take it that he's controlling the hounds.
You get the impression that the devil is controlling the hounds?
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, not the necromancer. There we go. It's nice of it to turn up eventually, wasn't it?
Alright. I guess at the hounds I will cast They're coming at me, right? Like, how many feet away are they?
2 of them are coming at you. They're 15 feet away.
Okay. I will use Thunderclap
Okay.
at them. I will take a few steps forward.
What's your DC?
15 con save.
They fail both. Actually, I think I can make this so I can roll to you guys. Let's do that instead. Yeah, cool. And future rolls will be to both of you. Cool. So that was what, 11 damage?
Yes.
Are they also knocked away or knocked prone? I don't know which. Or is that not Thunderclap? Is that the other one?
No, the
Wave or something,
Thunderclap's
right?
a cantrip. I feel like
Oh, right,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
bit...
Okay, yeah, no, you're right. Yep, your cantrip does a lot of damage. Does that
Yeah,
conclude
so
your
like
turn?
a lot of thunderous sounds come from me, and that will conclude my turn.
Boom! Athrun. Alright.
Okay. How close are the dogs to the?
They're
other
still
things?
15 foot away. Oh, the
Still
others
15.
are 25 foot behind. Well, the Horned Devil is 25 foot behind. The
Right.
Necromancer's about 80 foot away from you guys right now.
Gonna load up one of our launchers and fire off some verify DC 17 dex saves. Otherwise, they're splashed, all of them.
Okay. Oh, I can roll on here. Let me roll on here for you guys. That would be easier. Okay, so you're just splashing the hounds or the devil as well?
All of them if I can. It's 20-foot range.
So
I'm
just the
trying to aim
hounds.
to hit as many
Okay,
as I
just the
can.
hounds.
Okay.
It's 20-foot range. You can't reach anyone else.
Oh, in that case,
is-
if it's just 20-foot range, do you mind if I not use that and use
Sure.
something else?
I mean,
I thought I
you're
could
the
hit
one who
all
just said it was 20-foot range.
Oh, right. Yeah. But
The
I
Horned Devil is
realise
30.
it was-
If we need to battle map, we can battle map.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
No, I'll just load up sort of concussive canister type thing onto my launcher and fire that straight at the dogs.
Okay.
10-foot range.
Yep.
Con 17 save.
We'll go with it. I have just told you they're 15 foot away, but go for it. Con 17.
Yeah, 15 foot away, but I can name it. Say it's a 10-foot range, so it hits.
You
both
don't
of
mean
them in
range
the
at all,
arse.
do you? You mean radius?
Yeah, radius. Yeah.
Okay. You keep saying range. I assume that means range. Anyway, that is a 20 and 9.
Right, so half on successful save, full on a fail save. Yeah, the canister explodes and thunderous boom. That's concussion from shatter. 14 thunder damage.
Yep. Okay. One of the Hellhounds is wounded.
I'm gonna look at a wounded one. Force Ballista's gonna fire its shot.
Okay.
Let's go. Force Ballista has a spell attack on thing. Yeah. Sorry, 1 second. I'm struggling to fucking find where my
We're used to it.
Why is it not coming up now? Okay, press that button. Fucking hell. There was a button for this. Now I can't find the button anywhere. Shit. Sorry.
Roll a d20.
What from? Oh yeah, roll a
Just
spell
roll a
attack.
d20.
8. 18 with spell attack.
That'll hit.
How
How much damage does it do? What is the damage? 2d6? I would assume.
No, it's 2d8.
2d8. Fantastic. Roll me 2d8s.
Yeah, that's 7.
Brilliant. It's still alive. Okay. And does that conclude your turn?
Right, yeah, that's it.
Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Deacon. The devil at the top looks down at you.
Uh-oh.
Run. And he will teleport behind you.
How long has it been since Mr.
That's-
Friend Man put haste on me?
Oh, it'll last the whole fight, pretty much. Well,
Okay.
10 rounds.
Okay.
However, that is a 26 to hit.
Cool. Yeah, that'll hit.
That is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll barely hit.
And the third, it will swing with its tail. That's a 16 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, you take 32 damage.
total for all of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a lot more damage than I thought it was going to be. All right. That looks like pain. I think I might be killing our party. Deacon, you're up.
Well, I was going to call down my shovel, but turns out what I really want to do is give myself a little smack on the butt and tell me to get my shit together and cast healing touch or cure wounds on myself.
Yeah.
So I will heal me for 12.
Mm-hmm. Your second action?
Yeah, I will then pull out my trusty hand axe and I will smack this guy with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 8 to hit.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna take a moment. Heather, thank you so much. You're crazy. Alabex321, Kira Hellrose, Elora Donovan, God of Nerds, and Rage Quit Pack. Could you have hit some more fine human beings? Welcome to the Quack Pack. May you enjoy your stay. Also, does anyone know where the alerts have gone?
Places.
Alright, you're gonna see some weird shit on your stream for a second. We're not starting soon, don't worry.
We're starting
You
with
have them
funerals,
muted
too.
right now.
Party
That
is
wouldn't make a
dead.
difference. They still should have come up.
Yeah, they're not popping up in your feed.
Yeah, I don't quite know why they're not popping up, but Heather, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Hey, you can have a Dan Kipps has joined the Quack Pack. There you go. That's at least a duck for you. Regardless. Yeah, your 8 missed. Did you have any bonus action?
Negative.
Cool. Okay. The first of the Hellhounds will make a bite at Sapphire. Sapphire, that is a 13 to hit you.
That's a definite miss.
Okay. Oh, do you want to punch it back? It's your turn. You have one right next to you and one 10 foot in front of you.
I'm going to bonus action click my heels to give myself haste.
Uh-huh.
Then I will take my first action to disengage from them and run over to the demon that just beat the shit out of Deacon.
Okay.
I'm gonna punch him.
Cool. Yeah, please do.
So 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
I assume I have flanking with him.
Yes.
If I wanted to.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what second roll is for. He takes 14 damage and I'm gonna stunning strike him.
Okay. He rolled a nat 1. He's stunned.
I'm gonna punch him again.
That'll hit.
24 to hit. And he takes another 11 damage.
Fantastic.
That is the end of my turn.
Okay. The second Hellhound will look towards Kraktos and Savakri and Athra. And will breathe some flames at you. You need to make a dex save, please.
23.
It's a 7.
Okay, and Athrin? Athrin and Kraktos, you will take no damage. Not half. But Savakri, you will take 24, as the Hound attempts to roast crab for the day.
Oh no!
Okay, at this point,
Something
Robillard
smells good.
will step forward.
You are a
And
cannibal.
he will cast a programmed illusion. As you each look to the side of you, you will see a second version of yourself, 5 foot to your left and right, each of you. That'll conclude his turn.
Oh hell yeah!
Your warlock will look straight at the Horned Devil and will cast. Because he's a warlock, that's what he does.
He has advantage.
He does have
On any
advantage. He's
attack rolls.
held. Yeah. That is a 21 to hit, so... It's 15 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 18 is 33 damage. And the Horned Devil will be knocked back 5 foot. We turn to Cracktoes.
I'm going to deal with the issue at hand, which is the dog attempting to breathe fire at me.
Yep.
Because my fur is not fireproof. I don't like this.
My fur is not fireproof. I love that.
I am going to yacht hit it with the Glock.
Yeah.
So we're gonna shoot at it twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
We'll shoot
22
it
to
once.
hit.
That'll
Let's
hit.
go.
Oh yeah. Shoot at it once.
Yeah. Shoot it at once. That hits. Give me the damage.
That's 11 damage.
Yeah, it's dead.
Okay, and then I'm gonna take my second shot with advantage
other dog?
against the. Well, that one's not close to me. I don't care.
It's 10 foot
Against
away.
it's the devil.
Okay, that's 35 foot away.
He hit my captain, you know.
No, he's not 35 foot away. Sorry, stand next to Deacon. He's 15 foot away. Yep, shoot him.
Okay, we're gonna definitely go for the advantage. That's a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
That will be 14 damage.
Okay. He's hurt. Does that conclude your turn?
That will conclude my turn.
Strange choice of lack of action surge. Okay.
Wasn't sure. No, he did that.
Athrin, make a dex save.
Oh, how wonderful. Let's go. Yeah, that's a 16.
Okay, you will take no damage.
Oh, wow, that actually saved it? Oh, fuck, I thought I was
That was
done.
the exact save for Disintegrate.
Oh, fucking shit.
Athrin, you're up. It's your turn.
Okay,
Before
how's
you,
other
you
dog
have
looking?
one wounded Hellhound, one wounded Horned Devil, but you know that you've hit the Horned Devil a lot more than the Hound, and the Hound is as rough looking as the Devil. And one untouched Necromancer at the back, who clearly summoned the first Horned Devil.
So the devil tried to disintegrate me, yes?
No, the Necromancer did.
The necromancer did.
Necromancer or the devil stunned.
Yeah, the Devil stunned.
You little bastard. Yeah, I'm gonna try to fire my pistol at this necromancer.
Okay.
It's 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nice 13 piercing damage.
Okay.
And I'll go for a force ballista
Hold on,
shot
sorry.
Huh?
Yeah, okay, he succeeded his concentration check. Carry on.
Yep, and I'm gonna firebolt the fucker. I say firebolt, I mean force ballista shot. That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. So I'm deciding whether I'll
that's
let
another-
it hit.
That's another 10 force damage.
Yep, looks slightly painful. Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah.
I would like to congratulate you on the fastest turn you've ever taken in the history of Milton. Savakri, you're up. By the way, if you're wondering why you got switched in the initiative, Savakri crit her initiative, so she started, but she has less dex than you, so she doesn't keep that starting position because, frankly, I can't make D&D Beyond do that. Savakri, go ahead.
Okay.
So, where's everybody? Lay it out for me.
So in front of you, you have a really injured dog. 15 foot away, slightly to your right, is a fairly injured Horned Devil. And 60 foot away, you have a scary looking Necromancer.
How's the necromancer looking?
Minorly wounded.
Okay, I guess I'll finish off the dog with a shocking grasp.
Okay.
That's a 14.
That'll miss.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Oh no.
Okay. How does paralysis hit thing touch Moan.
He's stunned until the end of
End
my
of his
next
turn. It's just end of turn. He doesn't have to make a save. Fantastic.
End of
Deacon,
my
you're up.
turn.
Yeah, Deacon, you're up.
So how's everyone looking?
I
I
think
the only one that's
Savakri is
working?
looking really toasty.
Yeah, I'm almost dead.
she's
How many
somewhat
people have taken
aflame.
damage?
You and her, I believe.
Okay. And how close to
Oh,
her is?
yeah.
Or, yeah, how close to her am I?
10, 12 foot. No, 8 foot, sorry, 8 foot. Sorry, my apologies. Knocking back the Horn Devil through my brain completely. Yes. 8
So
foot.
I am no longer next to the Horn Devil.
No, it's 5 foot away.
Okay. I will walk over to her.
Mhm.
I will use my bonus action. Or no, I don't even need to walk over. I will use
Bear in
Healing
mind,
Word as
if
my
you've
bonus
got
action.
2 actions, you can but
Yeah, I
you
know.
can't cast 2 spells. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, cool.
I will bonus action to Healing Word, healing her for. It's going to be 9 points of healing.
Mhm.
Nice, thank you.
I will then walk up to this big dumb devil in front of me, and I will swing at it with my trusty hand axe.
You will swing with advantage. It is currently paralyzed.
18 on the first attack,
That'll hit.
and then more than that on the second attack.
Yep, they'll both hit.
So
I have this really weird image of every time you swipe with your axe, you're like teleporting around him.
Yeah, I just blink into him the second it hits. 8 damage on the first attack.
Yeah.
And then another 5 on the second.
Okay. He's looking a little more wounded than he was before. But he's alright.
Hey man, I'm trying my hardest.
Does that conclude your turn?
That concludes my turn.
Alright, Doggy gonna breathe. Doggy gonna not breathe. Doggy gonna fail that. Okay, in that case, he will charge at Kraktos. And he will bite you. That's a crit.
Yep.
And that's a 2. So that is 4, 7, 14 damage, 7 of which is fire.
Alright.
Sapphire, you're up.
I'm gonna run up to the Horn Devil, punch him again,
Yep.
and he's gonna have to make another con saving throw.
Unbelievable.
10 damage on the first hit. Did he fail again?
He rolled a 3. He only needs a 4 to
cool.
succeed, I think. No, he needs a 6 to succeed. Yeah.
Cool, done with him.
Yeah, sorry, 10
Still done
damage.
with him running over to that
No,
necromancer.
wait, your 15 didn't hit. Oh, it was a 23, yeah, sorry, the contract came in the middle. Yep, 10 damage, got it. I don't know why
I'm running over to the necromancer now.
Okay, how far can you run? You've got 50 foot to go.
40... I can run like 160 feet.
Oh, okay, fine, cool, that's fine.
I'm Sonic the Hedgehog, remember?
Yeah, I don't quite know how your class works. I don't know whether you have to activate something to do that. your
I have
base
haste
move-
on, so...
Your base movement speed on your
40 is
character
my
sheet,
base,
right,
and
so
I
you've
have
got 80.
80.
Yep, so you've got 80. You can dash, but you're not dashing, you're just walking. Yeah.
And then
27
my
will hit.
cats, I can double it.
27 will hit. Make a constitution saving throw.
Oh no, I don't have it.
Make a constitution saving throw.
22.
You take 10 necrotic damage, but you are able to continue with your hit. Please give me damage. You see a strange black
13
shield
and
is
20.
surrounding him. He'll use his legendary resistance.
How much damage did I take?
10. Actually, I can roll the con check first. Yeah, no, he'll use his legendary resistance. He will not be stunned. I'll have none of that. 2 remain. Do you have any more punches?
I have plenty of them.
Okay, that'll miss. That'll hit. Make your con saving
Crit
throw.
him.
Make your con save.
I crit the con save too. Oh my god,
Sick.
I doubled.
You will hit him, but you will also take 15 points of necrotic damage.
Jesus.
You need to roll me another d6 on that for damage. It's 14 damage. He's severely wounded. But he's not dead. Does that conclude your turn?
Stunning strike.
You can use it twice in one turn.
Use as many times as you'd like.
Okay, he'll use his legendary
As
resistance.
many times as I want.
He'll use his legendary resistance. He doesn't want to be stunned. Does that conclude your turn?
Well. Nope, punching him again. I got 2 more punches.
Really? What? You've got 6 punches?
Yeah, I'm hasted.
Yeah, but you've only got 2 attacks
2
per turn.
actions, that's 4 punches, and then...
Oh, this is your
Okay,
5th
and then
hit.
I
Yeah,
use
use your
my
bonus
bonus
action.
action.
Yeah, 5th. Yeah, got it. So I need a con save.
Are you going to punch yourself to death,
Definitely.
Starfire?
Oh,
really gonna push
yeah,
you
but I'm
to
also taking all his legendary resistance. And
You took 15 points of necrotic damage, and your save was 15?
Yeah.
Okay, you are paralyzed until your next turn. The end of your next turn. No, there will be no damage. If you fail the con save, you can't get through the barrier. That's how that works. If you fail your con save, you don't get to him. It's an aura around him.
No.
Sorry. However, I do have one treat for you. As Robillard will look to you, and he will teleport you back away from the Necromancer and everybody else. You are behind everyone, but still conveniently 75 foot away from any enemy you want. So you'll be able to kill anyone on your next turn. Cracktoes. Sorry, no. We'll have our other Warlock. That is a 29 to hit. That is 22 damage. And the Horn Devil will be knocked back a further 5 foot. That brings us to our lovely Necromancer. Cracktoes, you need to make a con save, please.
Oh no.
17.
You take half of whatever that number is, because I can't see it because my dice is covering it.
It's 35, so
Okay, you take
7.
17 necrotic damage. That's from Blight. Cool. And that brings us to Athrin. Athrin, you have one fairly wounded Horn Devil, one sort of wounded Hellhound, and one very, very wounded Necromancer.
Is there any way I can get close to the Necromancer without incurring any attacks from anything else, or is that a solid no right now?
You can get close to it if you want. If you're that
Attacks
foolish.
of opportunity from everything else, or?
But the Horn Devil
Can't do
is stunned.
Right, okay.
The Hellhound is to your left, so don't walk next to it, and you're fine.
Okay, I'm just gonna run around all of them then and
Yeah.
avoid everything. Get
How close do you need to get?
Closer.
30 feet? Yeah, you
Oh,
can get within
yeah,
30
okay,
feet of
another
range.
30
You
feet
were
closer.
60 foot away, so.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take another shot with a pistol.
Yeah.
Actually, 30 feet away from the thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll shoot the pistol again then.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's a nat one.
That'll
Yeah,
miss.
that's not happening. Right. Yeah, Force Ballista's gonna take a shot again. So a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh, that's big. That's 14 force damage.
He's brought to his knees with damage.
Oh, hell yeah. If only I hit him with a fucking gunshot.
Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah, that's action, bonus action, movement, everything. Yeah.
So Vakri, you're up. One.
Wait, did I get skipped?
Yes. Sorry, Cracktoes. Take your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna deal with the thing right in front of me.
That's the Hellhound,
So, yes, I'm gonna shoot my Lion's Roar at it.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah, a little bit of that action. That's a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright, that'll be 15 damage.
Ooh, he's severely wounded.
Alright, I'm gonna assuming that needs to be reloaded, I'm going to drop that and grab my blunderbuss, and I'm going to shoot it again.
Yep.
That'll be a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
It is going to take 18 damage.
It is going to die.
Oh my god.
And
Yes.
I'm going to drop the blunderbuss. I'm going to
Action surge. Pick up the automatic
gonna-
rifle.
pull out the automatic rifle.
How many
wait,
shots have
what
you
level
taken
we
with your
got?
rifle? It's got 8 shots in it. Sorry, it's got 16 shots in it. You're fine. Yeah, carry on.
I've taken 2 shots with it.
Yeah, you're fine. You've got another 14 shots in the barrel.
I will take my first shot at the stunned devil horn.
Yeah, 25 foot stunned. You will shoot with advantage.
14 and 24.
Yep.
Okay, first shot is going to do 14 damage.
That looked painful. Oh, I need to recue the music. Bear with me.
And I guess the second shot will go towards it as well.
Yeah.
All right, that's a 15 and that's a 28.
Yeah, 28 will hit.
All right, that will be 17 damage.
Yep, he is severely wounded.
Beautiful.
And haste gives us an extra action, right?
Yeah, but you don't have haste, do you?
Yeah, you gave it to everybody, right?
No, I gave it to
No.
Deacon.
No.
Oh, it's just Deacon?
Yeah.
Ah, damn. Shame.
I have boots of haste.
Yeah, Moon has boots of haste, which is why we've got 2 people hasted.
Oh, I thought the wizard.
No, he didn't level. He's not that clever. He can't haste all of you. Yeah, does that conclude your turn?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay, the Horn Devil is stunned. Deacon, you're up.
So I'm gonna.
Give him the bacon.
Beacon don't do damage, my dude.
It does if you shove it right in their eye and blind him with it.
Yeah, I guess. I will use. So how many people are below half life on our team?
I'm
I have
almost
3
dead.
HP.
Yeah.
All right, and how much is our bigger kitty at? Krakatoas?
15.
And what is your max?
49.
Okay, so I can heal you for a little bit. Yeah, I will use my Channel Divinity Preserve Life to divvy 25 hit points up between these two.
Yep.
So
15 and 10.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That math
You
works
take
for
the
me.
15. I'll
15
take
for
the 10.
Sapphire and 10 for Kraktos. Yeah.
I would hope I get the 15 with my 3
Ow!
HP.
He's also paralyzed.
Well, see,
Um,
I was going to do the math and try and divvy it up so you go both get even buckets close enough.
No.
Yeah,
he's
so I'll use
also
my Channel
paralyzed.
Divinity. Who's paralyzed?
Sapphire.
Me.
Sapphire.
That was the most
Yeah.
dismissive "oh" I've ever heard. Oh.
Whatever.
You've got a
bitch.
Necromancer on its knees, severely wounded at the back, which is 55 foot away from you. You've got a Horn Devil who's 10 foot away from you, and you can cast a spell and use a bonus action.
Yeah, so I will summon the shovel.
That's my
and
man.
I will bring the shovel in and start thwacking on this big old dude.
Okay. It will hit with advantage.
And
This is the only situation in which your spiritual weapon will ever get an advantage is when the enemy is paralyzed.
it always deserves advantage.
I know.
20 something to hit.
Yep. 20 anything will hit.
Yeah. Ooh, good shovel.
How good?
That is 12 damage.
Oh, he is severely wounded.
And then I'm trying to figure out what the fuck my Channel Divinity thing is. If it's an
It's not a
action or a
spell.
bonus
It's
action.
not a spell, it's an action. So you've got a second action.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, no.
Spiritual weapon's a
Summoning the
bonus
shovel,
action.
bonus action.
So you've got one action
alright,
remaining,
cool.
but you can't cast a spell but you can cast a cantrip.
Yeah, I can throw my axe.
Yeah, all that. You can cast a cantrip or you can throw an axe.
I cast axe.
Cast an axe.
17 to hit.
That'll miss.
Miss?
Yep.
Oh, how badly do I miss? Where the fuck do I go?
You're now 10 foot behind him.
Cool. Flanking. Perfect. Exactly as planned.
Okay, Sapphire, you're no longer paralyzed, but that will conclude your turn. Kraktos, you're up.
It's back to me?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Savakri?
Yeah, I don't know how this is happening. It keeps skipping. Savakri, take a turn. I took Kratos' turn in place of Savakri. Savakri, please do something about this 2 HP necromancer that's about to kill someone.
I was going to offer sort of just let him fucking surrender and.
He's
live,
got
but
55.
okay.
He's 55 foot away from you.
No surrendering. Just murder this fucker.
I'll try.
He knows
to
the
use
Syntax.
Lavi, sorry. Lavi, you're coming through Salty's mic, but not yours.
Oh, I'll use lightning lure.
Thank you. Okay, what's the range on that?
15 foot.
Yeah, you're gonna need to walk 40 foot first
Oh,
if you want to use
okay.
that. He's 55 foot away from you. But he really is nearly dead.
All
Should have kept that
I'll-
puffer fish. You could have thrown it at him.
Yeah, what the fuck? I wanted to keep it. All right,
Squandered an
I'll just-
opportunity. How dare me?
Yeah, go on, Lavi.
Okay, yeah, I'll walk. How far away?
It's 40. It's 55 foot away.
55. Okay, I'll walk forward. 30 foot,
Yep. Once you're 25
and then
foot
I'll
away.
use lightning jolt.
Okay. Roll damage.
That is 11, so I just put myself in danger.
Nah, you're fine. Make a dex save.
I put myself in danger. No, he said. Okay, make a dex save, he said. You have a 4, the dice
Take
said.
37 points of necrotic damage, he said.
I'm dead.
Yes.
And
You're
I'm-
unconscious, not dead.
I'm almost dead.
That's not quite the same as dead, is it?
It's pretty fucking close.
Kratos! It's your turn. They're never in danger. They're just nearly dead.
Alright. I'm gonna finish what I started. I'm gonna yet again Glick-Glack hit it with a gat.
Yep.
And I will
advantage.
well yeah, so that's a
That's
20.
No, it's
Or
not paralyzed,
a-
it's not paralyzed, sorry. No, 20 will hit.
He does not have advantage.
Yeah, 20 will hit.
Crit too.
know,
Yeah,
sorry.
this is
Like
yeah.
sucks.
I'm gonna okay. So this is I'm gonna roll again because it has it rolling as a crit right now for damage, just so I can get that off. Okay, that's 13 damage.
Yep, he's dead.
All right, and then I guess the necromancer's still alive.
It's 60 foot away from you.
Yeah, that's within range.
Cool. Shoot.
I'm gonna shoot it. That is a 29 to hit.
That'll hit. He's
Yeah, he's
described
gonna
his demise.
I will shoot him in the head with a rifle.
As you do, the bullet presses through the center of his forehead, bursting into his brains and ripping the brains out behind him. At this moment, you see the heads fall to the ground slightly. You didn't realize, but they were floating ever so slightly above the ground. And you see a young girl walk out from the house behind. You can see that she looks a bit traumatized. Something's been going on. You don't know what. She was past the necromancer. Who are you?
I am ignoring her and I'm running over to Savakri right now.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I was gonna
Killing
say
her.
maybe we have more pressing things to do.
Well, yeah, she doesn't know that. Hey, your friend is
yeah.
hurt?
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
can
we're okay. We're okay. We've got this under control.
I can help if you want.
As I'm puking up blood.
How can you help? What have you got available?
I'm a healer.
Then please, there's others here that are wounded. If you could care to them.
She'll cast Mass Cure Wounds.
That'll do. I guess that slightly outdoes
That's
me.
that's 18 health to each of you.
Thank you.
Nice.
She looks up. They took me because of my connection with God and my magics, I think. He was trying to turn me into something, some kind of demon princess, he said.
Then this is a lucky turn of events. Yeah, let's get
Who
you
are
out of
you
here.
people? And how did you know to come?
I would like to refer you to Deacon, our captain. He can tell you more about exactly who we are. He's the best person for that, and, yeah. We were just investigating things, and yeah, we knew bad things were happening, so, yeah.
They're all dead. My family, my friends. I looked after them all. The smugglers here, they didn't live an easy life. I used to feed them.
There is one that I know that's alive, down in the cove still.
Oh no, tell me it's not Nikros. Of all the people to survive, he's the one that least deserved it. He was the fisher, right? He went out fishing just before all this happened.
That's the guy.
We didn't get that friendly with him.
That's
He
probably
seemed
for the
rather
best.
meek.
He's also an arsehole.
Most people
Well,
down
We
there
can make
were.
him a part of the dead.
No, some of those people were good. They just lived a hard life. She gestures to the building that's burnt to a crisp and flattened upon the ground. I have nothing. Nowhere to go.
Hey, Deke. Hey, Captain.
Yeah.
Never hurts to have another healer.
I think our boat's getting rather full.
I think we still got
Like
room.
we could.
I couldn't travel on a boat. I get horribly seasick, but
The
I might
fucking
be able
metagaming
to.
way to stop us.
I might be able to. No, I mean, I just think that you've got enough boat members right now.
I
Ship is
know,
currently
I-
booked up.
I just
Romulan
you
can
were like,
expand
no,
rooms, but nah. She gets horribly seasick. But maybe. This is a lot to ask.
Fairness, I want her because she was a little girl more
But-
than anything.
She's 27.
You said little girl.
No, a small girl.
Say that she's a little
Small
girl.
girl, yeah. I didn't mean like. I meant like little in terms of size. Yeah, she's not a kid.
I pictured some
Yeah,
demon
my bad.
kindergartner. Fucking
Oh,
straight
right,
out
yeah,
of the
definitely
ring.
casting mass cure wounds.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, that's what I thought was
No,
going
she's
on. I thought it was weird, but
she's
whatever.
she's a priestess.
Yeah,
look,
that makes
I've
more sense.
been
Never
thinking
mind,
about setting up an apothecary for years. I've got some funds. Maybe. Is there a way you could help me, and in return, I might be able to help you out. Maybe we could.
We
have
could
a
try.
business together.
But never been much of a sit down and set up shop. I've been more of a wanderer my whole life.
I was more wondering if any of you might have the magic to help me build more quickly.
We might be able to help with that. For a
Robillard
price.
rolls his eyes. I can do that.
Yeah, you.
How about 20% of all the profits I make?
That sounds delightful.
Sounds fair.
Will you
Yeah,
help
we'll
me
help
with,
in any way we
with
can
one
then.
thing quickly? Just under this house, there is a small cellar with my apothecary's goods in. If you could help me clear the rubble, I might be able to get down to it.
We could
Sure.
We could try, and if not, we could come back with someone who would definitely be able to help move stuff.
Robillard sort of looks at the rubble and just... He'll just
Alright.
sweep it out the way for you because we're running out of time. She will...
Here I was going to take some inspiration from a certain someone here and construct an elaborate system of pulleys.
Apologies for
That sounds
destroying my
great.
pulley plans, but you may use them next time. She will head down and bring up her apothecary gear and 2 bags of herbs. Are any of you still hurting? I have some potions here. Here. And she hands you each a potion of greater healing.
Well, thank you very much. We
Thanks.
appreciate that.
I don't know what he was. Summoner? Necromancer? He wore a necklace
Bastard.
that seemed to be talking to him, or he talked to it, more in control of him than anything else. He didn't seem to be of his own mind. Maybe you want to have a look.
Yeah, I guess we could go poke around and investigate a little bit.
Well, if you were to summarily check out the corpses, you will find nothing on the demons, as they have been banished back to the abyss. But the necromancer carries a spellbook. Just a standard spellbook. He carries a wand of blight, and he is wearing a necklace. He also has a pouch on him with 350 gold pieces in it. The necklace... Deacon, as you get close, you can sense it. Give me a religion check.
Spoopy evil demons?
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, you know that you don't want to touch that.
Right.
Ooh, I specifically don't, or no one does?
You get the impression that anyone that is not of incredibly strong mind might be controlled by the necklace.
In
We
that
should
case,
give it to Bach.
The singular most evil thing Deacon has said since the beginning of the campaign! Give it to our happy music-playing giant! He won't be a problem as a necromantic summoner!
Bach, he's always wanted to cast spells. It would be great.
Yeah, not
watching
those
him
kind of
try.
spells! No, but there is one person who could potentially have a look at it. Davok comes up next to you. I won't be able to use it, or at least, I don't want to be able to use it. But I could at least
Good to hear.
protect us from it. And he takes out a small black pouch. He lifts the necklace, and you can see him wince, like it's trying to intrude on his mind. He forces it into the bag and tightens the bag. And he hands the bag over to you. Don't let this out of your sight. It needs destroying. Or at least
Okay.
hiding
How
at the
can I destroy
bottom of
us?
the ocean. You
Okay.
can't.
Oh, that was my first thought. We should just fucking huck it off the side of the boat in the middle of the ocean.
You could, but items like these, they like to be found.
Yeah, I know.
They
That's
are
why it'll be fun.
sentient. But
Okay.
That's like a free plot hook right there.
truly destroying it would require the breath of an
A
ancient dragon.
volcano.
Or,
Okay, so that rubble
yeah,
that's
a
been hucked
volcano
away.
might work. Yeah.
That rubble
definitely.
that's been hucked away, I'm gonna grab a couple of chunks of it and dump that in the bag as well, just to weigh it down, so that when we chuck it in the ocean, that thing will plummet.
Okay, and the pouch was about the size for a small piece of jewelry, but you can
Oh,
put
okay,
a pebble
never
in
mind.
it.
Yeah, okay, I'll weigh it down with a couple of bits of
yeah.
extra.
And with that, I think we'll do a quick fast forward to getting back to the house of Yuson and his wife. Who will look at you and... Well, did you find anything?
We found some spoopy demons.
Demons?
We somehow managed to kill spoopy demons.
Oh my, I didn't mean to send you into so much trouble. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it was a bit more than we bargained for. Kinda almost all died.
It was a bit more than I realised it would be as well.
You know,
regardless.
like more than usual. We almost died.
Uh,
That's saying a lot. We have a pretty high standard of almost dying. I might be the worst cleric I've ever seen.
regardless, well, I owe you these. And he hands you a golden shield. This shield is not only a +2 shield, but it will cast Beacon of Hope once per day.
Beacon of Hope.
Yes. Imagine my joy in making that for you. And this gun requires an entire turn to reload. But it does do 3d12 damage.
Ooh, that sounds like gambling to me.
I think I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, I think Kraktos might want that. Mr.
That's a
I can
one
stow and
turn
redraw a
pop.
different gun every fucking turn without using an action. Might just want to play with that. So yeah, it'll be put in your inventory. It requires making a custom action. Regardless, he will also offer you the 350 gold if you can get rid of the corpses, which Robillard will create a teleport into the sea, and whoop, 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 whoop. Off they go.
Oh, see, I was gonna bury him real deep and let him fertilize his garden.
Nah, he don't want those in his garden. They were all the people's. And I'm afraid we will conclude there. You will be able to go back to the boat and have a long, long, long
We will.
rest.
Limp back to the boat.
And level up.
Oh boy.
You don't get to a fight like that without leveling up. I'm not that cruel. Yeah, so it wasn't anywhere near that hard until you decided to bring along Robillard and...
Okay, first of all, I made a phone call and I was going to describe what I was seeing and try and FaceTime them for insight. And they're like, oh
yeah,
they'll
and then I
just
thought they'd
fucking
have a look,
teleport right
and then
on
I was
over.
like, shit, well now they're here. I mean, they're kind of going to get involved. And then for some reason, the
You
mighty
made it
warlock, only decided to use Eldritch Blast. You were going to have to fight all 4 of those enemies, but not at the same time. Was the original plan, but never mind there. Yeah, it was worth it. You nearly died, and in return, you got level up.
Almost dying.
And got some sick items. That's how we went into play. So, I come to our MVPs, and I'm afraid I'm in a little bit of a hurry here. I'll come first to Jamal, because that'll take the longest. Jamal, your MVPs.
This one's going to be the quickest. I'm just going to say all the forks.
The forks.
And forking
You like the
everything.
forking quest, did you? Okay, marvellous.
It was dumb, and it was MVP.
Good. Lavi?
I have no idea. Come back to me.
Okay. Salty?
I would have to agree. The Forks quest was just a hoot.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah, I don't often create serious quests to Milton, but I did decide to create one. Everything else was just ridiculous. Moon?
Definitely the Forks quest, but also me almost punching myself to death just so I could get a house legendary resistance.
So let me read you this. Necromantic Shield. While maintaining concentration, when a creature attempts to make a melee attack on the target, they must make a Constitution save. If they fail the Constitution save, they are paralyzed until their next turn. If they hit with their attack, they take 2d10 necrotic damage. It's a pretty savage spell, isn't it?
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was just like, I'm gonna burn all these resistances off this fucker.
Yeah.
I have an additional MVP as well then, now that
Oh,
you
yeah?
mention it. We finally turned our boat into a fucking hotbox. But
You
for the
did?
dwarves.
But for the dwarves, yes. Deacon. Dan, sorry, your MVP.
All of the whatever the hell it was, the illicit dwarf weed we need to sell, and I was like, oh god, I don't want to fucking deal with this. And then we immediately had a seller hand it to us. So, Mr. Fucking, my daddy wants all your weed. That dude right there, MVP of the year.
Yeah, Lord Connorell, sorry. Yeah, he's
Lord fuck up.
Lord Connorell is the son of the king in Geranimir, and he is there for a major reason. So let me put him in your notes, just so that we don't forget his name next week. He was he was actually the only note I had today, apart from Moon's books. So we'll get to those.
So he was the second most important note you had for the day.
Pretty much. Obviously these quests were created the previous week. Lavi, your MVP.
I would have to say you trying to force Moon to save up, and then everybody else just enabling
Bailing him out.
Yeah, everyone just kicking your shit
The
in.
next cooking item he encounters is going to cost 150,000, just because I can.
Why? It's a cooking item. Why?
I know, because
me.
because it's all you want. I don't want to give you everything you want. I want you to have to work for it.
Looks like we're killing a shopkeeper.
So when it comes to my MVPs,
Bunch your fucking brains in.
when it comes to my MVPs, it's you guys completely jumping on board with the tuna needs a fork. It just the fact that you jumped on board with it made the innuendo so much more beautiful. So originally it was a knife. Originally it was she had 10,000 spoons, but all she needed was a knife, a la Alanis Morissette. And then I realized I could play with fork innuendos, and well, I mean that was the end of that. Really, the quest wrote itself.
We're gonna throw our own in there.
Yeah, so it wrote itself. The second was the delightful convenience of various moments in this campaign, in this episode, because I'm on a timer. Things such as Box standing outside a tavern ready to collect some pipeweed, which just sort of amused me when I was just speeding it up. And the third is when you all completely ignored the young girl who'd just been traumatized and nearly turned into a demon because there was a crab on the floor. Yeah, it was the right thing to do, but it was hilarious. So yeah, thank you guys so much for playing. I hope you had fun.
Also, can I have a bonus one for a bit of fastest
Why not?
turns
Why don't you
ever?
get 3? Yeah, you did make a quick turn. It was wonderful.
It only
we all
took 4.5
celebrated equally.
minutes.
Have I purchased
Okay.
enough books to gain expertise in cooking?
Yeah.
I have to cook with.
You will have to read them first, though.
Oh yeah.
Okay, grab your raid call, grab your sub raid. We're gonna see Asgard's D&D Adventures because I can raid them and then not pay them any attention. So please give them some love, show them what the docs are about, and yeah, if you guys want to say goodbye,
Catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Never.
I'm gonna run.